ready.
They can hear you.
That's
Good.
terrifying.
For
All
the
right.
Skilla Bros, let me know how everyone sounds. That's all.
Yep.
Alright.
Moo. Alrighty, so welcome
It was
everybody.
at this moment that he knew.
We're gonna
He
play some
fucked up.
D&D.
Of course.
The players already know, but let's just chat though. This is a campaign called Tyranny of Dragons. I do ask if anyone is familiar with the campaign. Please do not give any kind of like hints or suggestions relating to what would benefit the players in the campaign. Please let them experience it organically, have some fun with it. You can help them with general character creation and recommendations, stuff like that, if they're up for it. But please don't spoil anything because it just ruins everybody's fun. So, we'll just kind of do like a little brief intro of like, who everybody is. Those of us that do stream can kind of do a little bit of a self promo, if Lich is okay with it. And just kind of like, who how everyone is going to refer to you, and like what your character is, like, your character's name, their race, and what class that you're playing. So I'll start with me. I am Kier. I am our dungeon master and the determiner of what the fuck they're gonna experience and encounter and possibly kill them into little itty bitty bite-sized pieces that I'm going to munch on it gloriously. Like every dragon should. So I'm just gonna go in order of what I see people in the voice chat of. So I'll go to Chaku next. Is right there at the top for some reason. Sorry. If you want to check me out on Twitch, I do stream on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Over at twitch.tv/Kira's Dragons. And that's really all I got as far as social media presence. I really suck on social media. But yeah, so Chaku, you're next.
I request someone else go because I had someone walk in, so I missed the entire
That's
intro.
fine. That's fine. Next on my list is Mr. Bagel, so he can go next.
Hello, Mr. Riego. My character's name is Jarl, and he is a dragonborn paladin.
Just so everyone in chat is all the characters are starting at level, and they're going to level up from there. So everyone's at level 1, whatever they are. Next is Lich herself, themselves. I swear,
okay.
I'm going to get pronouns right eventually.
It's okay.
God
Look, I
freaking damn it.
misgender myself sometimes. I get it. Hello, my name is Lich Elm. I am a streamer, as those who could tell and watch. I just streamed for 4.5 hours playing Baldur's Gate 3 before this, so I'm sorry if I can. Oh, why can't they hear y'all? They should be able to hear y'all.
Rude.
Oh, look, I'm learning.
It's
It's my first day.
When I unmuted, I could hear.
I'm
things.
just bumping everyone's volumes up.
Okay, that's fair. Everyone's probably is fine.
So,
But they're quiet. Okay.
yeah. I don't know who did that. I tried to turn off sound alerts. I deleted sound alerts. I don't know how sound alerts is still active. So please no sound alerts. My name is Lich Elm. I stream randomly. I don't have a set date. I am going to be playing your rogue for the evening. A tiefling named Hollow. Pronouns are they, them.
All right. And after Lich is Slime.
Hello. I am the Slime. I also stream usually on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Sometimes extra, depending on how unfucked I get at work. I am currently playing as a turtle wizard.
All right. And next is Vlad.
Yes, hello. I am Vladok the Mage. My character is Rorer, the Bugbear Barbarian. I do not stream currently, but I do plan to eventually. Soon, TM.
TM.
I will give you a heads up. I apologize if I mispronounce your names. Your name R is hard for me, so it might come out more like an uwu sound.
Look, if
That
you
is
if
hilarious.
you are barbarian Uwu, please do it. Please do it. I want
I
to see this.
truly have an issue with like I went to speech therapy for this. So like I truly have an issue with saying R's, so it might be Uru.
I am very sorry for creating a character. I was just trying to create a
You're
name
fine.
that sounded like Roar because I am a wild-shaped bugbear, essentially. So it's
Look,
like
you're fine. I'm just giving you the heads up.
it's even better because you said that you were playing a short character, and I am
Oh.
a 6'8" bugbear.
Yeah,
So
my
it's-
character's 5'2".
Nice.
Oh, this is going to be glorious.
All right, and then last but not least is Uno.
Hello,
Someone
my
quick,
name is
make him draw
Uno.
4.
Hello, my name is Uno. Or right now in this whole campaign, I'm called the chef or chefu. I'm a ranger, a human, basic bitch, and I did was streaming, but now I'm just I would call myself a cockroach in different streams.
I can't deny this. It's the problem.
See, I didn't have to prove myself. She's proving it.
I can't say that I disagree.
I second
Alright.
that.
Alrighty, so every person has been given a personal reason that they are being going to the current area that they are in. Whether you want to divulge that or not will come up in roleplay. But each of you has basically given some sort of either letter or a vision or just some sort of niggling feeling or information that has led you to a town that is in the south of the Sword Coast, of the town of Greenest. Some of you are who have been pursuing a group that is known as the Cult of the Dragon, have basically given various information of that they think that the cult may be having some plans that are going to happen in or around this town. So those who have been investigating the cult will be going here for that reason. Some of you have gotten visions and have basically had a higher power that has steered you towards here, and you're not exactly why you need to go here. You just need to know, you just know that something is going to happen in this town that is going to be a very pivotal, I can word, turning point. So all except for Uno's character, we're gonna get back to you. This does not, none of this applies to you, Uno, so just kind of like feel free to tune this out for a second. So for Hollow, Lycoris, Jarl, Duck, and Roror, I keep wanting to call you Uwu, but let's not, because now it's in my head. So let's see, for the past several days, you've been traveling a road, and it winds lazily across rolling grasslands in the area known as Greenfields. Sundown is approaching, and you each come in your various paths, and you start to see each other. You see that there is a turtle who is, dressed quite, like a wandering traveler. There is a Glacia tiefling, not him. You see a golden dragonborn, and there is an Asimar and a bugbear that have all kind of converged, and you start to see each other, and get a sense of that you might all of you be heading kind of at least in the same direction. So do with that as you will, as you want to meet each other, because none of you have been traveling to.
Not me having had to scroll back through our DMs to remember what character hook you gave me.
I need to remember
yeah, I
which
know,
character
right?
hook I gave you. If everyone's okay with it, I can go through.
I think that's up to y'all. I'm
Okay with like what okay with? Just quickly asking.
Okay.
You kind of
Basically
cut
every
out. That's why we're asking.
yeah, it's
Hmm.
okay. If you want, I'll go through so everyone kind of remembers what the different reasons that they are there. So for Roror, you
Yeah, I found
basically it's someone from by the name of Leosin Erlanthar, who was a wandering half elf monk. They in your life, they once saved your life, and you basically have owed them a life debt. He has recently sent a letter with urgent word that he needs your help and he needs you to meet him in a town called Greenest. And the letter basically says he can't really go into details, but it's very important. And for I need to go into Messenger because for Hollow, I think we had that
I know.
conversation in
I
basic Messenger, so I have like 5 different things.
I can go through. I can go through mine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember exactly what it was worded as. So for Hollow, the Cult of the Dragons was responsible for when you were younger. They basically wiped out all of your known family that you grew up and raised with.
Even the dog. They
So
killed the dog too.
yeah, and they killed the dog. You have been feeling a lot of guilt because you met people that, looking back in your memory from this traumatic time, you realize you met some people in the town and they were just looking for directions, and you're like, oh, you're looking for my house, it's over there. And then while you were in the town, and then you came back and all of your family was murdered, the dog was murdered. That's probably the most traumatic thing. And your house was burned down. Look, it's all about the dog. So you have been spending the last several years going into the rogue life, all for the fact that you now want revenge. You want to make up for this horrible mistake that you have done. And you eventually found out that the Cult of the Dragon was responsible, and more about the cult, that they are a cult that worships evil dragons, and everyone kind of like knows about the cult. It's kind of like saying that there's a cult of Cthulhu. Yeah, there's kind of a cult of Cthulhu. Like there's a thing, but no one's like a known person. So it's more like the cult is kind of used as like a term of the boogeyman. Oh, the cult's gonna get you.
Like Scientology.
So yeah, there's people who join it because they think it's cool, but they're not actual followers. It's just kind of like it's a thing. So it's been very hard to get like definite information. But you've had a couple like information brokers, things like that. Eventually you've gotten to the ins and outs of this, and have what you've gotten as what you think is solid information, that the cult is moving in the area around a town in the south called Greenest. And so you're going down to see if there's any truth to these rumors. You've had some false information before, because the cult obviously likes to, keep its whereabouts unknown, so they will sometimes put out false information. So a lot of times trying to figure out what is true and what's not is, having to go there and actually figure it out and see if there's any clues. And you've had a lot of false information lately, and it's a little frustrating and stuff. So you're hoping that this one actually pans out. Let's see. For like chorus, what did I give you? Good God, we talked a lot. Oh, so for like chorus, every 5 nights you've been getting a strange sequence of apocalyptic dreams. The world is destroyed by cold, by choking fumes, lightning storms, waves of acid, and horrible fire. Each time the dream ends with 10 evil eyes that are glaring at you from the darkness. You feel a strange compulsion lately to travel to a place called Greenass, and you had a vague idea of where this is at. Perhaps the answer to why you've been getting these visions, and what all of them means awaits you at this town. So you're going there for answer. Uno, you're special, so we're gonna skip you. I am not going to say
Thanks,
Mr.
Mom.
Bagels. So I'm not going to say Jarls. Mostly because most of his backstory hook is not actually known by the character. But you have been getting the vague sense. You haven't really been getting visions, but lately, you've been getting a strange urge and a strange compulsion to head south. And as you have done so, the place you need to go has been getting more and more condensed. So like, before it was a wide area, and then now it's getting a little bit more pinpointed, and it's kind of like you're just following a vague go this way, no, go this way, until you eventually have arrived here. So you don't know the exact name of the place that you are going, but you have eventually gotten to this point. And then for slime, where the fuck did I put it?
Oh, where's
Shit, slime, did I even
slime?
get one? Yeah. Oh no, wait, I already did slime. Who am I missing? Other than Uno. I think I got everybody. Slime, Follow, Jarl, Lycoris, Roar. Okay, yeah, that is everybody. So for your different various reasons, your paths have kind of converged, and you start seeing other people along this path. Slime had to step away. But whoever would like to go first can absolutely do so. What do you see when you see other people on the road?
Roll for initiative.
I mean, if you want to roll,
I was gonna say turn order for who speaks first, not actually attacking. I'm a rogue. Bitch,
If
I
you
will
want, we
not.
can just straight up roll a d20 and we'll see who goes first. I just didn't know if anyone wanted to step up and volunteer.
No, Jarl, he'll start noticing people, and as he continues to walk, he just nods to E, nods to everyone, and just keeps walking straight into the town.
Okay, you don't actually see the town yet. You're just following a path.
Okay. He's following the road. He nods to people, just kind of keeps to himself.
I guess. Hollow will approach the one who looks like they know where they're going.
Yeah. You know that you get the sense that where you're going is close. You probably have just a few a couple a few more miles, less than 10 miles left to go.
All right. I'll approach Jarl. Is this the way to Greenest? I think Greenest. They'll roll
Greenest,
up
yeah.
the sleeve on their shirt. They have written down on the arm Greenest. Yes, Greenest.
I'm back.
I assume so.
Where are you headed?
That way. And he points in the direction.
I'll go.
He's pointing in the exact same direction that you were
Okay,
going.
it seems to be correct. At least, as far as I'm going to go ask someone else. What to do.
Is Jarl wearing plate armor, or what? What are you wearing?
Chainmail.
Okay, so yeah, Roarer is going to see shiny big person and follow.
I think Hollow seeing a bugbear that's a good foot taller, gotta take a step back like, what the fuck?
Oh no, I keep my distance, but
Okay.
I just that is my target. But I am not subtle in I am following that. Like I
Okay.
am staring directly at shiny armor.
Quick question: is
Mhm.
anyone near water? Sea? Question.
No, you are where you are at is not near the water or
Then my arrival in my backstory did not work. Oops.
no. What arrival did you have in your backstory?
Awesome.
I think the next person that seems to be joining this impromptu traveling group is a black robed figure with slick back brown hair. On top of the robes themselves, you can see intricate scale mail covering their chests and the important organs. On their back is a backpack that is housing a shield, and as he kind of holds his hands on the straps, you can see on the left hand is a circular symbol with a triangle pointed toward his arm with lines that run out from that symbol toward the fingers in a rather sickly green color. While on the right hand, you see the same symbol, though the lines go in toward the triangle in almost a bright sky blue. On his face is a rather interesting porcelain looking mask that covers his entire features, except that you can see his eyes through the eye holes. The left is a complete black eye with flecks of that same sickly green, while his right eye is a bright sky blue. And he just quietly keeps walking forward, following the bugbear, the dragonborn, and the rather talkative one.
Tiefling.
I was about to say, I love that we have a group of a lot of strong silent types.
I had a feeling that would be the case.
That's a nice.
Well, like so, I'll like as I'm locked in on Gerald, I'll as I get closer, you'll kind of see like me shake off some instinct, and then I'll just like look normal, and but keep approaching. I won't say anything, but I'll get a little closer.
All right, I think the
But I
only
look a
one.
lot less animalistic as I get closer.
I think the only one that hasn't done anything to describe the character is Slime or Duke. Duck.
Uh,
So
Have we gotten Duke yet?
yes, Duke is one of the travelers that is on the way
Okay.
there.
yes, I arrived in this land via sea. I walked out of the water since my boat has sunk, so the image of just this rough-looking turtle just walking casually out of the sea, carrying another shell.
It would have
Just-
taken miles, but you could have basically washed up to sea probably somewhere around here. But like and so but the you would have been, or I'll say like, well, probably like around like here, and then you could gone to like this town of I think it's the town of Baragos, and probably shown the letter that you got um from Leosin, and they would have probably provided you like with a simple map and directions to basically follow I need the effect to follow like south and then follow the path around to Greenest.
Okay. That sounds about correct, yeah.
Okay, I think that's really the only way to make that work as far as like having I crashed in from the sea. This is really the only way you would do that.
Yeah, I assumed the
Okay.
city was not here, closer to this burning circle up here.
Yeah. So, as you're traveling, you do start seeing the other characters. Do you do anything to approach them, or are you just gonna like stay back and keep your distance? Cause weirdos.
Can't be the only one to myself.
Yeah, like seriously, you're just talking to yourself over here now.
No, Duke would just walk up towards them and just say hi, not really introduce himself.
Are you
Just
also...
say hello.
Hello, I am called Hollow. Are you also headed to Greenest?
Yes,
Oh,
indeed
thank
I am.
God. I tried to ask the very shiny person over there.
I'm a gold dragonborn.
I tried to ask the gold dragonborn over there, and they are just following a direction. And so having someone who knows the way and where they're headed is useful. Because I've been going to a lot of places lately.
I know
Well,
exactly where I'm going.
I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just gonna head that way.
Oh, dear.
Lord Bahamut has given me a path to walk, and that's what I am doing.
Love.
I don't know,
I'll,
my
be,
shell.
I'll get a lot closer and be like, so you are also heading to Green... What the hell's the name of this place again?
Greenest. Think like the greenest tree.
Okay. I keep wanting to say Green Nest and add the
Yeah.
extra N in there, but okay.
Trust me, it took forever before I figured out a way to remember it because a weird name. At least to me. But
Gotcha.
I didn't name it.
Understandable. So you are also heading to Green Nest?
Yes,
Indeed.
information.
Yes, it is. It is right up this road.
Well, that is good to know, as I believe
we-
that is my destination as well.
Oh, good.
said-
We are all headed there.
You said your name was Miss Hollow, correct?
No prefix necessary. I am called Hollow.
Hmm.
If it helps, I do not associate with either gender.
So do you prefer Nix or Muck?
Neither. I find honorifics annoying. Mist if you must, like a mist, but otherwise hollow. Just hollow.
Ah, Mist Hollow. I like that.
Yes, there we go. Is there any...
I'm Jarl. I'm
Jarl?
Jarl, by the way. Yep.
Hello,
Well,
Roarer.
Father Angelo.
Father
As you-
Angelo?
And as you look closer, you can actually see a symbol that around his neck that hangs on his breast, which is a skeletal hand holding a scale.
Merkel?
Oh, no.
I can't say I'm caught up in religion. But
Oh.
cleric, I presume?
Yes, I follow Kellamvor, the one of the many gods of the dead.
Well, good news is the gods of the dead are always going to need business. At least they shall remain.
I think I have sent many people to meet your god.
Well, he is known as the judge of the dead, so probably.
But yes, if we are heading to Green Nest, it is this way. If we make haste, we can get there before dawn or before night.
Yeah, sundown is approaching. So if you want to get
I'll-
there while it's still any kind of light out, then
I'll look
you
back
would
at
have to do.
the turtle, I believe.
Indeed.
You're heading to Greenest as well, correct?
Yes, indeed. My name is Duck Kim Uwe. Call me Duck, call me Kim, I do not care.
I will call you Duck, for that is going to be easy to remember.
For personal reasons, please call Duck.
Affleck.
Maybe
My pleasure to meet
Hey.
you.
may we call you Uguay?
If you wish, indeed, yeah, sure.
Oogway.
It is my born name. We are many brothers. I highly doubt many survived. This one, pointing at the shell shield, starved to death sadly.
I'm sorry to hear.
He's good protection.
He still has a purpose.
As long as he is still useful, I suppose.
Well, I'm hoping to make myself useful in Greenus, so if we're all headed there, it seems easier to travel together than separately.
There is strength in numbers.
Correct.
Sound strategy.
Can't
Well, if
argue with
there-
sound strategy.
Well, I suppose if we're going to be traveling together, I am a paladin, just so you all know.
We might not get along. I am a rogue.
I mean,
Redemption is always possible.
I'm not looking for redemption. I'm looking for poise.
Mm.
all types of paladins walk all types of life.
This is fair. Most paladins I have met seem to have a problem with the nature of my business.
I think me and the tiny one will get along well.
I
Are
was
you in
going
a
to make a comment on your height, where I have to look actively up.
I mean, like the Dragonborn is also a good like 6'9" too. So
This is one of those. Hollow is, to give a brief description, black curly hair. Their skin is pretty pale white, but they have also a mixing of blue. Their freckles, they have freckles and they kind of glitter, and their eyes are purple and blue. They're 5'2". That is including from the tips of the horns. So without the horns that are decorated in silver and chain, they would be a lot shorter.
worry not, little one. We will protect you.
I will bring you down to my level.
I like this one.
Tell me, have you ever heard of a fastball special?
I have concerns about my safety now. I will bring
But
you
just
down
think
to my
of
level.
just think of all the heights you can reach and all the windows you can break into.
I feel like the Heights comment is in particular a jab. A very pointed jab.
I do want to mention Uguay is 6 foot.
Wait, what is the heights of everyone's characters? I need like a scale.
I think I'm.
As I said,
put
as I said,
6'8" for me.
6'9" for me.
Jesus.
6.
5'6".
Someone!
I was like, please, anyone, even an inch shorter than me, I beg you.
I mean, Angela's like 5'10", 5'11".
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I mean, to be fair, you want the paladin and the barbarian to be the front line.
Depends on the
Not
AC, I
rough.
think.
Look, it just means I have ample ways to get coverage.
Look, halfling tanks are just as
Halfling
good.
tanks are valid.
It's okay.
Have in
Like a
mind.
Lalafell Dragoon.
It's like playing Final Fantasy 14 and the Lalafell is your tank, and you're just like, yes, be badass.
As I've said, I'll bring you down to my level. I'm not going to your level. You're coming down to me.
I'm short. I have a better chance of hitting your ankles. I know they're important bits of yours.
Would you like a box?
No, I don't need a box. I already have a feeling that my height is going to be discussed frequently.
If you require a few inches, my brother here is happy to help.
You know, from what I've
Are you trying to put your inches in me?
No,
I
the
think
shell.
He was saying
shell
you
I'm
could
holding.
stand on the shell.
Understood.
Yeah,
As a...
the shell shield I'm carrying at all times.
I'm
Or,
good.
or maybe he's trying to put you in the shell.
Either
Let's
way.
keep moving.
It's a rogue in a box.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. So was Hollow going to make a comment on hype, but was worried it would?
One more time?
Was Hollow going to make a comment about height, but was worried it would? Fort?
No, I don't. I think hide will work great behind a bunch of people here.
You'll
I
have
got hyped
plenty of people you can hide behind. And that's perfect for a rogue. You need to be the shortest one so that you can hide in their shadow.
Exactly. This is advantageous.
You have to have, places of suitable height that you can hide behind. If you're the tallest one, you can't look for any of them for cover. That's how all my 3-foot characters did it. Anyway. So, as you keep strolling along and you notice the sun is slowly beginning to set, so you pick your way past, and as you are topping the last rise, you can see that the town that you assume is Greenest is just a few short miles away at this point. But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town that you expected, you see instead columns of black smoke that are rising from burning buildings. There's figures that are running everywhere that are little more than dots at this distance. And up in the sky, there is a dark wing shape that is wheeling low over the keep that rises just above the center of the town. Greenest is being attacked by a large dragon. How do you respond to seeing a town that is now on fire that has a dragon? You can't really tell what color. It's a little hard to tell because of distance and the approaching darkness. Because the sun is definitely, getting below the horizon at this point. So you can't really tell what kind of color it is, and really can't really tell any of the figures apart at this distance. So what is going to be your response to such a scenario?
Well, that seems less than ideal.
No. And Hollow just starts to book it, like towards the town.
I look over at Jarl and be like, "Oh, friend of yours?" And then I take off after Hollow.
I highly doubt it. And
The Angel's gonna follow, going, not all Dragonborn know all dragons.
It sounds racist.
It's
Like,
just a Dragonborn. They'll get over it.
Yeah, the priest is right, as Jarl is putting up. We don't know everyone.
Blime, I don't think I've heard from you yet.
It would Kim would just be running right after them.
Okay,
Since
so
he
joining
is,
the...
I think he is the heaviest, so he would be the slowest.
That's fair. Anyone else that I've not heard from other than Uno?
No.
Okay.
We're all headed.
So as you start running,
Running.
running.
Sorry.
You
told me I
know
couldn't
he's...
use the soundboard. You never said I couldn't be my own soundboard.
You know he's gonna get songs in my head. Damn it, Vlad. You put me enough of that. So as you start getting closer, you start beginning to see a little bit more of details of what is going on with these various dots. And you see something strange. One of these dots, rather than running through the town, seems to be another person that is out in the fields that is also running towards the town from the direction of a nearby wooded area. And kind of like the idea is that it kind of in the same thing as the rest of you seems to be in a panic running towards the town as it's trying to help. But he's a lot farther towards the town than you are. And as it gets closer, some smaller figures actually come out from the town. They are even shorter than you are, Hollow. and they have surrounded this person and seem to be attacking this person. So you can either divert and go to help them, or you can continue on and be like, oh, they can handle themselves, and head towards the town.
I'm heading towards the town.
Okay.
Does this appear to be like so far the only person that we can see has come under attack?
So far, yes. Everyone else is
Oh.
not. This is the only like actual confrontation that you can see. There are other figures that you can see are in the town, but you can't really tell who's what. But this is the only scenario you see where there's actually 6 figures that are attacking one. So you think maybe these 6 figures may be like some like either the 6 figures are the raiders and the one person is not, or maybe that one person is a raider and these 6 figures may be townsfolk and they are protecting from a raider. You're not completely sure. You're a little too far away to tell.
Before I head towards the town, are they on the way towards the town? Like,
yes.
Okay.
They're not on the immediate path, so you would have to divert a little bit to get to them. But it's still that even if you diverted, you can still get from them to the town. You just wouldn't be coming off the main path. But it's a town. It's not like there's a wall around it or anything. So you can get into the town from any various direction.
Can I roll to see if they are human? The thing shorter than me?
Yeah, make me an investigation check. As you are, because that'll get you a little bit more information.
I was about to ask, can I do the same?
Yeah, anyone who wants to try to get a little bit more information about the scenario or what exactly they see as they're running closer, can definitely make me an investigation check.
Okay, 18.
Okay. What'd you get, Hollow?
8.
8, cool. Anyone else making this roll?
No, I'm just gonna go run and help the lone person.
Okay.
I also investigated, but I only got a 9, so.
Okay.
Yay.
So Slime, I think you're the one that got the 18. For the 9 and the 8, so Roar and Hollow, what you see in the 6 figures definitely isn't humanoid. Their facial shape, for one thing, is definitely incorrect for this. They look a little bit more reptilian in like their face and head. So you don't think that the short figures that are surrounding are humans. And one of them, actually, as you start getting closer, one of them has wings. But the taller person definitely, as you get closer, seems a lot more humanoid. And the shorter figures that are surrounding them are doing a lot more of ambush tactics and, seem a little bit more frenzied. Uno, we get back to you finally.
Hey.
So you were out hunting in the forest on the day that your shop is not open, because you have to have your resupply day. You had a very successful hunt out in the forested area, doing your thing, and you know that the sun is about to set. You were coming home, and as you came back, you started seeing that your town, the town that took you in when you were younger, and your family had abandoned you, and you were lost, and they took you in and gave you a place, gave you hope again, because no one else understood your desire to just cook delicious food. No one of your family and where you were from really understood. Probably because most of them were adventurers and stuff like that. And they're like, okay, come on, get a real job. Kind of like the reverse of anyone that is like, I want to be an adventurer. No, go get a real job. And so, but these people have taken you in, and you feel that you owe the life you would die for this town. And you came back from the forest to see your worst nightmare. This town has smoke and fire, and there is a large dragon that's circling over it. And as you dropped all of your days, spoils, everything you have collected, because that is just extra weight, you keep the bare necessities of your hunting weapons and anything that was tucked up against your person, your backpack, because that would just take too long. But anything you were just carrying loosely in your hands just drops, and you have booked it back to help anyone you can possibly can. You know that in a case of a any kind of like raid or danger to the town, that the center of the town is a fortified keep with guards, and of course that's where the person in charge of the town can also be found. So most townsfolk have been informed that in the case of raid to head towards there. So you're likely trying to find anyone you can to help get them there. But first you just got to get to the town. And as you're trying to do so, there's 5 of these lizard-like creatures with sorry, I need actual description. So these reptilian humanoid creatures have surrounded you. One of them has some leathery wings that is on its back, and they kind of have these like reddish tint to their skin. Possible question mark? You're not really sure if it's skin or scales or really what these things are, unless you want to make me a nature check for that one. But what you do know is they have surrounded you. The one with wings seems to be more or less in charge. And they are definitely with daggers and attacks, just generally trying to wear you down. You've been doing a fairly good job of dodging it, but some of them, even in that brief moment, just because they are used to working together, have managed to land a couple hits on you. And you're not entirely sure if you are going to be able to get out of this one. But in the gaps in between these different reptilian creatures, you do spy that there is another group of humanoids that are coming from the path running toward. You're not completely sure if they're friend or foe at this point, but you're hoping maybe they're helpful. One of them is another like scaled creature though, but they are more of a golden color than these red reptiles that are around you. So as we are now in combat, I'm going to have all of our players roll initiative and let me know what you get.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, hang on.
That's a 9.
21.
A 19.
Hang on, damn it. Sorry, give me
17.
2 seconds. I will ask for numbers in a second. All right, Jarl, what was your number again?
21.
21. Hollow?
19.
19. Shit. Duck?
17.
17. And then, Chef?
9.
Oof.
Love it. Makes perfect sense. I got Jarl. Lycoris?
12.
And Rorar?
20.
20. Nice. All right, and then we are going to for the kobold. Oh god, I can't see a thing. There we go. And I'm just gonna keep all the regular kobolds on the same initiative, and the winged is gonna have his own because it's just gonna be a little easier for me that way. All right. So what we will do is I'm going to switch everybody to a blank map.
My eyes.
And we're just gonna use this as kind of a thing of like where everyone is. So 1, 2, 3. Come on, damn it, Kobold. 3, 4, 5, and you. Okay. God damn it, give. All right, and then I, of course, need to have all of you guys as characters. So we're gonna do follow here, and then give me 2 seconds to set up your things. Nameplate. Come on, damn it. Represents character. I don't know why it doesn't just like give me the thing of that. If I dragged it from a thing, just link it to it, please, without me telling you. All right, so that's hollows, like Horus. No, come on. Roll 20, stop being dumb at me. Why can I not? Oh, why is that one out of order? And yes, I probably should have set this up ahead of time. I did not think this far, and I apologize.
You're fine.
So, and
This
then,
is session 1, people.
look, it's session 1. I have to learn this the hard way. Jarl, nameplate. Roll 20 gets really weird. Oh, right, I need to do C, save. C, save. I think I already did that with yours. Yes. Okay. And then duck. And it's so weird because like some of your names are in alphabetical order, some of you aren't, and it's super strange. Okay. And then you put yours on there. Awesome. I need to do that to Chef. Yeah, like for some reason Chef isn't there, so now I have to find him. Alright, and then that to HP. No, come on. Don't do that. See, save. Alright, that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4. I need roar. Nameplate. Hit points. See, thank you. Alright, you down there somewhere. I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yep, that is everybody. So just the north side of the map is like the edge of the top of the map is going to be like the town, basically, and basically think of this just like open field, not really anything special. Let me get these situated in the order that they're gonna be in. you there. You go there. So top of the round is going to be Jaro. What are you gonna do?
I can't really do anything.
Did I not give? Oh god, fucking damn it! I
Do
knew I was
nothing,
forgetting
Bagel.
one thing.
Do nothing.
Do nothing.
Great turn.
And it looks like you might have done the same thing with our chef.
Just that's why, because you guys were here before. So, what is your? Okay, try it now. While I'm working on our chef. Why is it? Oh, yeah. Edit. No, the chef should be able to be controlled.
Yes, I can move myself.
Okay, cool. Is anyone not able to move their tokens or the hit points of the other character? Okay, chef's hit points are not visible. I need to. They should be. Oh, it just doesn't have the max. That's why.
Strategy's already been forming.
Yep, pretty much. Just so everyone's aware, turn order is going to be Jarl, then Roror, then Hollow, then Duck, then the regular kobolds, then Lycoris, then the wing.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Is changing weapons an action?
I will let you, if it is not something that is in a backpack, but something that's like on your back, I will let you change weapons once as a free action.
Okay, so like my short bow on my back, I can switch out for my daggers.
Correct. But you cannot do it between one attack and another.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, unless there's one in one hand and one in the other. So you can't go like, if you get two attacks, you can't do, okay, my first attack's with a bow, and then I'm going to put my bow away. And
No.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Yep, I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna. There we go. All right, I'm gonna move right there, and
Okay.
I am going to hit him.
Okie dokie. Roll me an attack.
Damn, someone's got reach.
Hubbard. 16 to hit.
16 is going to hit. Roll that damage.
10 points of damage.
That one is very dead now.
And you're in action. Okay. Right, bonus action.
Give me the thing.
No, I'm done.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna move this one over here. This will just be the dead pile. That way I'm not getting myself confused. Those little tokens that say the status effects isn't
You could
hard
always
to
just delete it when it's dead.
No, in case you guys decide to loot it. I'm just gonna leave it there. Well, I guess I don't really need to, but yeah, we can just delete it. Alright. Sorry, I missed if you were doing anything else, Jarl.
Nope, I'm done.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to read something. Next in initiative order is Roar.
Gary.
I believe I can go with 30 feet. I can go to here, so I will go there. Ba-boom. And I think this dude is still technically, yeah, he's within 10 as well. So yep.
Yep.
I'm a Warhammer his ass.
Oh no.
That'll be a dirty 20 to hit.
Now that'll hit him.
And I am wielding this with 2 hands. So
Okie dokie.
It'll be a 9 damage.
That is enough to kill him.
Yay.
Alrighty. Anything else you're doing on your turn? You still got bonus.
Let me see. What can I do?
So clear. Are you guys aiming for the kill, or are you trying to knock on?
Kill.
Oh, I'm murdered. I essentially just slid in there and baseball / golf swung and hit this fucker with a hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not holding back.
Cool. I usually try to check if it's a killing blow if people are pulling punches or not, but I need to get back into the habit.
Yeah, seeing as he died in one hit, I don't need to use any of my other stuff. Because I'm not going to push his body, and I don't need to add the extra 2d6 from ambush. So,
All right.
I'm good.
Sounds good. Hollow, you're up.
Okay. I can't move far. I think this is the extent I could move. Oh, I can move one more.
One more.
Boop. I will pull out. Well, the issue is, do I have line of sight on, I guess, this one?
Yes.
All right. I'll pull out my short bow.
Okay.
I'll equip that real quick. Yes. There we go. And yeah, I will shoot it.
Make that lovely attack roll.
What?
Do that thing.
23.
That'll hit it.
And then if it doesn't die, are we doing the Nick, whatever it is, those things?
Yeah, because you have weapons, but you have weapon mastery.
Okay. Vex doesn't because I don't have a hand crossbow. This is a short bow. So anyway.
Okay.
Only 4 damage.
It is still up, but it's not looking very happy.
And I guess bonus action. Can I? Oh, I don't have it yet. I was gonna say, can I hide? But never mind.
You don't have.
You don't
hiding
have
bonus
cunning
yet.
action just
Just
yet.
Not quite soon. Remind me what your weapon. You have weapon specialization with the short bow. Remind me what your weapon specialization does.
Not for short bow, for hand crossbow.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Because I don't see that you have it. What?
I have the short
Oh,
bow.
because
I don't have a hand crossbow yet.
Yeah, but you took weapon mastery with a hand crossbow, but that's not okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't have a hand crossbow just yet.
Got it. Cool. All right, so none of your weapon mastery effects are coming into play here. Anything else that you would want to do, can do, etc.
Now, I don't think
Cool.
I can sneak attack. I don't have advantage. I don't know why it showed on the thing sneak attack. It should not have shown sneak attack damage, but yeah. So I
I'm
just
not
did 4
sure
damage.
either. Wait, did it show
Just for
something?
flavor, can I say that my push with the Warhammer just like launched the kobold that I hit?
Yeah.
It does nothing
Flavor,
but flavor
sure.
that I can push a character 10 feet straight away from me. I just want to just like home run smack that bastard like into the sky.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
it's
absolutely.
Oh, I have an ally within 5. Well, but
Oh yeah, you do have an ally within 5 feet. That just gives you advantage on the attack roll. But do you get sneak attack yet?
I don't know. Let me check.
I don't think
I think that might be a level 2 thing.
Yeah, no, you do. You get it at first level.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got on it. Once per turn, you can deal an extra d6 damage to one creature
Oh.
hit with an attack if you have advantage. But you don't need advantage if you have an ally within 5 feet. The chef does count as an ally within 5 feet
5
that is not
feet, so-
incapacitated. So
Yeah, I
If
guess I did
you-
8 damage then.
okay,
Well, the sneak
so
attack damage.
that was cool. That will be enough to kill it.
Yay for rogues and sneak attack.
Rogues
Woo!
are amazing.
It's been a while since I played a rogue, y'all.
It's been a while.
That's the class that I'm playing in my IRL campaign. So
Oh, nice.
I am proficient with rogue abilities.
Gun
I
pull your
love
spider.
rogues, and they have gotten so much better in 5e. 3.5, trying to get your sneak attack off was such a pain in the ass sometimes. It was ridiculous. Anyway. Anything from you, Hollow?
No, I will. I guess technically I'm just kind of like getting another arrow ready.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Next up is Quackers, otherwise known as the... I'm just gonna call you Quackers, and I don't know why.
I am gonna.
You got half of these mauled down with hardly any effort.
I'm gonna move there. And then I'm gonna sling the
Sling, bada sling, bada sling, bada sling.
18
18 will hit it.
at 4
Roll that damage.
for bludgeoning.
4 bludgeoning. Wait.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I guess this is which kobold did you attack?
The one to the right of this chef.
This one?
Yes.
Cool. 4. He is still up, but he's not looking very happy about it. Anything you want to do as a bonus action?
I can actually. Hold up. Is this a bonus action possibility? No, yes, no.
Oh, right. I need to make a correction on Chef. Because you actually have 9 out of 12 hit points right now. There we go.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't. Wait, no, is this a bonus action?
Which one?
I'm being. Give me a sec.
The
Nope, that is
only
an attack. Oh my, nope, I have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, the only thing I'm seeing, like, you have the spell healing where there could be a bonus action.
Nobody's hurt, so it's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
well, the person
Oh.
that's being surrounded is hurt a little bit, but that's it.
I don't know him.
You don't know him. You don't know if he's friend or foe. You just are hitting all the reptilian things that are around him. All right. Next up is actually those reptilian things who don't. One of them sees it as he's taking hit, but he's not incredibly sure where. Just suddenly a rock, but they're kind of focused. They're not really looking around. They've got a little bit of a laser focus. And they know if they break away
Their
from the person they're
companions fly
focused on.
across.
Right. So they are going to make an attack against Chef. They get advantage on the attack. Yes. So how do we make an attack on it? Okay, so they're going to make a melee attack with their dagger against you, Chef.
Yes.
Hitting. Oh God, please tell me it's just how to.
Yes. What
Yeah,
number?
they hit 23. How the
Yeah, that's
fuck?
already over the number.
They rolled a 19. I think they.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the one that only has 1 hit point because he's very desperate. He thinks you hit him with a rock. He's not really sure why, but he's pretty sure you're to blame. Doing. How do I roll damage? Are you serious? Are you really gonna do this? Alright, fine. Give me a die roller. Doing 3 plus 2, doing 5 points of damage. You might go down if they keep hitting you.
I'm fine.
It's okay. It's okay. Reddy's other character sheet. It's okay.
No, total of 5. points of damage to you. The one right next to him is gonna follow up on the attack to try to hit you, but only hits a 6, which is not going to hit you. Oh, it's just doing. I see what it's doing. It's just doing that. Okay, so we'll just go with 4 because apparently that's what it wants me to do. It's being weird. And then the last one is also gonna try target and hits AC of a 12.
That's also a miss.
Cool. Then those 2 miss. Thankfully. Oh, okay, so it actually calculates the damage already. Oh, never mind. That's why I don't need to roll that one. That's what roll 20 is doing to me. Weird. Then after the kobolds is Lycoris.
Move to there.
G'day.
And then the symbol on his left hand is going to glow as he snaps his finger. And the injured kobold and the one next to him will hear a loud dong. And they need to make a
Dong.
wisdom save of EC 15.
Alright, wisdom. Guess it's just this. No, wait, what? Oh, because they have that on their wisdom. Yeah, no, they got a total of a 1.
We love it.
Nice.
That's not what they rolled. They just got a total of a 1. To make that very
Okay.
clear.
The injured one takes 5 necrotic. The uninjured one takes 6 necrotic.
And so both of them are dead. Because that is enough to kill both.
That's it.
Alrighty. Next is Chef. The
lovely.
only one that managed to hit you is now dead. There's only one reptile remaining next to you.
And the simple question is he the leader?
No, the leader is, or what you thought was leader, the one with wings, who seemed to be the one that was like, gesturing and gibbering in a language I don't think you know. Question?
Definitely
Yeah,
don't.
in a language that you do not know. What is one of the first ones that went down.
What's the lake?
I sent him flying. He didn't need those wings anymore.
Yeah,
You guys would not have been close enough to hear the
Okay.
language. Only Chef would have heard it.
Fair enough.
Well,
I was
fine.
like,
fine, be that way.
I'm just saying
Be that way.
that he would have heard it while you guys were still running, and it wasn't loud enough. You would have heard that there were voices, but it's kind of like hearing voices that are from far away. You don't know what they're saying.
We couldn't hear it over the grating of the turtle shell behind us.
Hey, come on, man.
Don't
Not
be
that
dishonoring.
loud.
Don't be dishonoring the dead like that. That's just rude.
No,
I'm not dead.
No, he's the turtle in the shell. That shell is moving as he's trying to like thud, 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 thud.
I'm still gonna blame the DM.
100%. That's my role here, is to be the one blamed for everything.
I mean,
A
to be
bolt of
fair,
lightning comes down from the sky.
to be
Oh.
fair, I blame Cure for a lot of stuff.
Chef, save me!
Yeah.
What you doing?
All right. I'm obviously just gonna use my dagger on it.
Okie dokie. Make me a stabby stab.
Oh come on, that's some bullshit. I even have advantage on that.
Rip. What'd you
All right. Oh wait, finally a 20. Now I can eat.
get? Total of a 20?
Yep.
How did you roll? How did you roll
Yes,
twice?
I have proficiency with it. Weapon master.
Okay. So that will hit.
Yes, so now.
I will also say the one that you said was shit would also would have hit too. So just
Before, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm just gonna hurt it enough that it is about to die. Like, I can still get some information from it.
Roll your damage first, and we'll see if you get away with that. 5. Okay, that is the killing blow. So, you're deciding to knock it unconscious instead.
Yeah, I'll knock it unconscious.
Okay, cool. It is unconscious. You have an unconscious lizard reptilian thing.
Perfect.
Now that you guys are closer, you guys can make me some nature checks if you want to figure out what kind of creature.
Do I know what that thing is?
Oh yeah, you would know.
Okay.
You do not
15.
have to make a roll. 15. Okay.
What was it, nature?
Nature check, yeah.
19.
Okay.
Hey, not bad.
15. Nice.
16.
16. Nice. I think that's everybody. Okay, so pretty much everyone beat a 10. You would know that both that the ones without wings are kobolds. You know, they kind of want to be draconic, but they're not really. So you, they basically are well known as worshippers, also of the evil dragons. This probably is not a huge surprise to you, Hollow, and just kind of just leads you to the idea of, okay, maybe there actually is something about the cult going on here. The ones with wings is kind of a very rare form of a kobold that actually has wings, and they are seen. They usually can fly. They're also the Jarl, you would know that they are also the winged ones are also known as Urds, and the kobolds see that the wings are seen as gifts from the Queen of Evil Dragons, Tiamat. And the wingless ones are very envious of those with these glorious gifts, and they tend not to get along. But for some reason, these guys are actually working together. Instead of like fighting each other, which is what they will sometimes do. So, you know, something has got to be banding them together at this point. But you don't have a lot of time to dwell on it because you still have a town that has some fire. And an unconscious kobold. Which, you know, now you have another person and an unconscious kobold. What you gonna do about it?
You know how
I'll
the
walk
fire
up
started?
and be like,
Sorry, hello, what was that?
You know how the fire started?
Is that being asked to Chef?
Yes.
Chef, you do not know.
Yeah. The sky told me. I don't know.
Got it. And
Jarl
Hollow's just gonna start heading towards the town.
will walk up and says, "Are you wounded?"
Well, it's a flesh wound, but I'll definitely live if I don't have this bullshit happen again. I'm more panicked that my town is burning down!
It's like, dude, I understand. It's like, I understand. Hold on. Jarl will place a hand on his shoulder, heal 5 HP.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir.
No, it is no problem. Come, let's go. Let us go save your village.
I'll walk up, poke the kobold with my warhammer, and say, this one's still breathing, and like pull back to like
Kill it.
full on Gallagher smash it like a watermelon.
No, wait. I need this.
Can you speak its language?
No, but I want to send a message.
Head smash like watermelon. We'll send message.
No. You don't understand. Alive is more important.
at the very least, we could give it a chance to redeem it. It can be given a chance at redemption, and
I
Jarl
want
will-
you to look at
This human
house
is
I
weird, and
have.
I'll just walk towards the town.
There's no redeeming of this creature, this monster, this fucking thing.
Hollow and Roar, I'm going to move you towards the top of the map as being not with the group.
one problem at a time. Jarl will just pick him up and start walking towards the. We'll pick up the unconscious kobold, and we'll begin walking towards the town, the village.
Okay. Yeah. Unless you try to stop him from taking your prize, Jeff.
No, he's not killing it, so that's fine by me.
Okay. So then I just need to know what Chef, Lycoris, and Duck are doing.
Duck would just be following the other two that are walking off.
Okie
Obviously,
dokie.
following. He's holding.
Keeping close
holding
to your
the kobold
prize.
hostage.
Heading toward the town.
Okie dokie. All right, so let's get all of y'all. Give me 2 seconds. It's gonna do a little copy pasty.
Wait,
You can just stop right there, sir.
Okay.
waiting for host. Waiting.
I am going to hurt you. Not this shit again.
This song that's currently playing on my thing just said burn, burn, burn it down. And I found
Nice.
it currently for a
All right.
fire.
So, how exactly are you going to do that? Are you thinking you're just gonna run up? No, kind of like, no caution, just hell's bells. I am going, and the first thing that comes across me, I'm just gonna hit across the face. Are you going a more stealthier route, trying to get a little bit more information? What's the game?
I'm going straight towards the front gate, and I'm just going to try to get inside the town. And well, I guess you said there was no walls, so there's no gate. But
Yeah,
I'm just going to try to get to the center of the town. I'm not going to like immediately murder anything, but if I see scales and wings in a small frame, I'm swinging for the fences.
Okay.
And,
What are those
Let me
categories?
switch you guys.
Jarl-
Here's this map.
Jarl is actually looking. Jarl is going to be looking for people who need help. If that's like raiders attacking townspeople, that's where his focus is going to be.
Okay.
Is-
Let me get to the correct thing. If you, as you look at the map, you're kind of like in the south end of the map. Let me move you guys a little further down. I can't have you be right there for reasons that we'll get to you in a second. So we're just gonna do you at the side of the map. Because, hidden tokens are hidden tokens.
It's fine.
It's fine. But
I am
that-
Lord. I step on them.
Yeah, but down at the bottom is basically what you see. You see basically scattered buildings. There's paths. There's real walls. But you do see a large stream that cuts around the edge of this town and kind of winds around. And some like bushes. I think these were like bushes and stuff. That's pretty thick. They're not really trees, they're just kind of low bushes. Let me get to that. Pretty sure. Yeah. So the stream itself does not look like it is very deep. And Chef, you know this one as well. The stream is very shallow. It's like the deepest it gets is like 3 feet, with a gravel bottom. So if you wanted to cross the stream, you're not gonna have difficulty. But the brush by the stream is very dense. And the banks that are up against where the brush is looks very steep. And so you know that if you decide to through any of that kind of brush, you're gonna be very slow as you try to pick your way through. Unless you have some means of traveling in a faster way through basically through rough terrain. It's even worse than difficult terrain because your speed isn't halved, literally like quartered. It's that thick. Basically, in out of character terms, if you go through the brush, your entire turn only gets you 5 feet.
Oh god. Okay.
That's how bad it is. And if you try to do any of the banks that are between the brush and the stream, you will have to make climbing checks to get up and down. As you come to the town, you start to notice a couple of other things. Such as the you start to get a little bit of a closer look at the actual fires. You thought at first that the buildings were what was on fire, but as you start to get closer, it's like whoever is attacking tried to set these buildings on fire, but had a little bit of a struggle. Most of what is burning is like wooden stuff that had flammable materials in them. So the actual most of the houses are not on fire, but things like haystacks and barns and places where things were stored, those are the things that are on fire, not anyone actual homes, though there is like little things on the outsides, like, you know, compost piles and stuff that are burning. And so it's like, you know, someone probably like ran past and like threw a torch hoping that something would catch. As you are running along, desperately trying to find someone to fight or really someone to help depending on what your motivations is. What is my layers thing, please?
I'll look at Jarl and be like, your friend does not have very good aim.
Nope. Suddenly, without warning, 5 humans dash out from between 2 buildings that are on your left-hand side. One of them is a limping man who is accompanied by 3 young children who are racing across the street into the shadows on the other end of the path. Following them is a woman that is carrying a round shield. I cannot speak. A round shield and a broken spear. This is why I should not read ahead. And the woman turns and faces back in the direction from which they came. Everything about her body posture seems indicating that she is protecting the other 4. And you soon see why, as 7 kobolds stream out of the alley closely on this group's heels, and they start fanning around the woman, similar to how they did against Chef. I'm actually gonna keep this here. So we're going to use this as kind of like a bit of a reference and just kind of like to mark things. Kobolds, please. These are regular kobolds, correct? Yes. I swear, there's not enough room on this map. So really distance is going to be very subjective. It's just going to be who's near what. So don't worry about like distance too much on this one. It's literally just to represent it. I just realized I did all of that and that's not where they actually my life.
Oof.
Well, the thing is that like it's not very well done because it says to their left, and you want to know where these things are. They're up here. I don't know why, but that's the map.
All right.
So don't worry too much about like this as far as like range attacks and stuff like that. Like, it's just how things are. I'm gonna be very forgiving as go because I literally just had to put things on a map that has a lot of spaces. Everything is literally
20.
like realistically everything's within, I'm gonna say like 6. So you make a 30-foot thing and you can get it. Some of the kobolds are closer than others, so I'm gonna say like these 3 are in the front. And these guys are like kind of like that. So they're kind of like clearly in a group, very packed. And they so they are starting to like surround this woman. And are slowly making their way to like get around her. The distance that's in there is not going to be correct. So we're gonna do a little bit of a theater of the sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you get into melee with something, I'm just gonna put you next to the one that you're next to. Otherwise, just kind of, tell me which one you're aiming for. And we're gonna try and see if this works. If it doesn't seem to work out, then we'll go to the actual battle map like we had before, and we'll go with that. But we're just gonna try and see how this plays out. And if it doesn't work, then we'll just work with it.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep the same initiative order that we had before. Just to, keep things rather simple and moving along. So do keep in mind you do have a kobold, Jarl. So
The moment he sees this kobold that he has drops.
cool. Okay, so I don't have to do the special carrying a person
No.
for combat. Awesome. All right, so you can just drop him as a free action since you're not trying to be careful. You just kind of go ka-tunk. You don't care.
At this point, no.
All right.
Bigger
So,
fish
your-
to fry.
Your turn. What you gonna do?
Me?
I was gonna yell, "You go left, I go," or "You go right, I go left." It like at the start of this to Jarl.
Cool. Let me make sure I've got the correct profile. Oh wait, I need to fix a couple. What? Okay. That's him. Okay, so it actually does have their exact hip. Cool. So I will say the only one that seems injured right now is the father, who is totally not going, who is trying to like usher his children ahead of them, trying to be a little bit of a human shield, and the wife is definitely trying to hold off these kobolds, but you all can tell there's no way he is be able to do this. Chef, this family. That woman her name is Lenon. She has been to your restaurant several times. And the father, his name is Kuth. So you do recognize these people as being other people that live in your town.
Yes.
All right, so Jarl, what you doing?
Can I make my way here?
Yes, you definitely can.
Going to. If that means I'm ignoring the advice that the bugbear gave me, he will, as Jarl is running, he will apologize.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah, I think he
Alright.
said you go right and he's gonna go left.
Okay. I am going to start off by attacking homeboy right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
ignore this building. It's not as close as it seems. If you want to get like to the left of this guy, you totally can. I'm just doing it. There's room between him and the.
All right. So Hitting. 21.
21 will hit.
Yay.
Roll that beautiful damage.
Boo. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage will kill him.
Cool.
You said it was the one to your right, correct?
It was him?
Yeah.
I am going to cleave and attack him.
What's the ruling on cleave? Is it just someone else within
Is-
5 feet?
Yep, it is 5 feet, and I do not add my ability. So the plus
Okay.
4, I do not add the plus 4. It's just straight damage.
It's a straight. Okay, cool.
So hit or roll. Does a 14 hit?
That will hit.
Okay, this is a D10. Boom. Give me something good. Oh, hey, another 5.
That'll kill that one too.
No one in our party has been wounded yet. That'll be the end for me.
Alrighty. Next up is Roro.
Yay. A bomb. Go there. As a bonus action, I will rage.
Okie dokie.
Just cause it's cool. So rage is activated, and then I'm going to swing for the fences on that one. The one to the left of the other one.
I will say as you pass the two children over here, they look to you and they thinking that you are under the radar, and then kind of like do the whole like duck and like hands over their heads like no! But I'm assuming you just keep on running past.
Yeah, I got most of that, so we're good.
Yeah, because you're a bugbear. They think
Yeah.
you're another raider.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going all for broke on that guy.
Alrighty, roll that attack.
19 to
That'll
hit.
hit him. Roll me some damage.
12.
And that'll kill him.
And then I'm just gonna make sure I get go up a little bit farther. Then that's all I got.
Alrighty. Next on initiative is Hollow.
I'm gonna shoot that one.
Which one? That one? Okay.
Yeah, and he's within 5 feet of an ally, so I get sneak attack.
Yes, you do. You do not get advantage, but you do get sneak attack.
Yeah. So hopefully I hit. Ha ha! I crit!
Heck fucking yeah. Let's go. Roll that beautiful damage.
I don't know how to.
D&D Beyond should already adjust your thing for crits.
It does it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have 10 total damage. That is definitely going to kill it. Your sneak attack damage would have killed it regardless.
I don't think it rolled the crit, just saying.
Did it not?
No, because I see the 2d6s, one for sneak attack, one for your normal damage. I don't see
Yeah.
any
Weird.
God
It should
freaking
be.
damn it. It's supposed
mean-
to.
This one, you just double the dice.
It,
Yeah,
yeah,
just double it. Then.
Yeah, so I mean it's technically
Yeah.
what, 8 plus 6, so,
So it's 20.
14.
yeah, you're
Oh no,
totally
because
right.
it
It
doubles both
didn't.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, because it's supposed to double all the dice, but not
Oh,
double
wait.
the sneak.
That's also adding abilities, so that'd be 2.
I think it's 14
Y'all, the
base,
thing only
and
has
then-
5 hit points. It's a mute fact. He's
Yeah,
just
I mean-
like already more than dead.
Uh,
You've already doubled the amount of damage it can take. There's
So it's actually 15.
beyond overkill. Yeah.
So,
So,
Hollow shoots it between, right through one of the eyes, just and you're dead.
Yep. It's absolutely. You're just showing off at this point.
Yes.
You zipped it around
Showing my
right over a
marksmanship?
child's head.
Oh yeah. This child is terrified. The arrow
Yeah,
is
you saw
right
that.
by it.
You saw that one child right. Oh god. Right here, duck, and you're like, perfect, ting! Thank you for giving me an angle.
Ah.
Because those kobolds are about as tall as the child is. That child to duck down in fear of the bugbear, and you're like, oh, perfect, ting!
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Child
Anything else
safety?
you're doing?
What's that? No.
All right. Next up is Duck.
Okay. I'm assuming the father is in this group right here, or is this him?
The father is the one up in the top right here.
Can I get
I know it's hard to tell from the pictures because they all look like female.
You did mention something about the
Hang on. You guys actually can't see their hit points. They do. Let's change that.
Can I get to him or no?
Yes. I will say yes.
Okay, I move up to him. And I cast... Where'd it go? Ah, shit. What the fuck did I put it?
I assume you mean healing word?
Yeah, I guess, fuck it. I'll cast
Nope.
Healing Word on him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only healing spell you have, so...
Yeah, I thought I had Healing Hand, but apparently I did not, so...
No, you have
okay.
healing word. Which you can cast at a distance, by the way, just saying.
Well, I'm already up to him. So this big ass fucking thick 6-foot turtle is just gonna rush up to him, panting because he's currently weighing 440 pounds. Yes. Are you okay? Fuck. Oh, fucking dog shit.
Oh god,
Turtle
what are
get
you?
children.
Did it really just heal for one? No, it should have just healed for one.
Wait, did I misclick? Oh,
Yeah, because it's supposed to
Okay.
heal for 2d4 plus 2. There's no way it heals for one.
See, you got table for one.
I
Yeah.
misclicked. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, that one definitely didn't roll correctly in roll 20.
No,
Does this work? No, that doesn't work either. What the
I
fuck
would
is...
try casting it or using D&D Beyond for now until you fix your character sheet. For that.
how do I roll it in D&D Beyond? I don't know how to roll it.
So in Beyond, you'll notice under Healing Word, there's like a rectangle that says 2d4 plus 2 and has a heart.
I equal 4. 4.
Well, that was Magic Missile. I'm really hoping you did.
Oh, whoops.
It was
I heal for 4 still.
Still was
Oh
four.
my god.
That's fine. He was only down 2.
Yeah, healing word at level 1 is 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
Also, how big is the healing word? That's the real question.
What do you mean? How big is the Healing Word?
Because if it goes to 80 feet, then I'll get my HP back.
It's only a single target.
You don't look hurt
see.
enough. You don't get healing word.
Yeah.
Damn.
Boring.
I
Yeah,
only see a
so for
small
Healing
scratch
Word,
on
a creature of your choice that you can see within 60 feet gains hit points equal to 2d4 plus your spellcasting ability. And make sure you mark off that you have cast a first level. So you only have 1 first level spell slot left. Anything else you are doing that? So Healing Word is a bonus action. You do still have your regular action. Like an attack action or something if you wanted to. Okay, the yeah, that did not work at all in roll 20.
Yeah.
Your spells in roll 20 are all kinds of fucked up.
Another 4 damage.
And how many are you hitting?
Oh, so magic missile. Wait. Okay, yeah, you have magic missiles. So
Yeah, it should be
you get
3
you have
targets.
so you have 3 targets. Each dart deals 1d4 plus 1. So are you going to direct all of these the same target, or do you want to do
Yes.
multiple targets?
I
How
dump
do you want
all
to
of them.
all of them into one target? Okay.
Yes, all of them
So-
into his face.
Okay, so you will would roll that
3 times.
3 times.
Or two-
So
okay.
4 against one of them. Which one do you want that first one to go to?
The one in the far back, furthest away.
I'm gonna say that's this one.
Then the second one is the same dude, and
So second
get-
missile at the same target.
yes,
Well-
and then
Okay,
the
that one dies.
last roll, I guess I'll just roll to the dude next to him.
Okay,
So
so 2
this-
damage to him.
this dude.
Oh, wait, no, that should be that. Cool. Okay. Cool. So you managed to kill one of the kobolds very successfully. The one next to him takes a bit of damage, but he is still up. That's your bonus. That's your attack action. You did your movement. Anything else that you like? Free actions, yell something or whatever that you want to do on.
Except I accidentally IRL dropped my spoon. No, I'm done.
In
I
there.
mean, I ain't got no control of what you're doing in IRL. There are 2 kobolds left. The first one, is the one that has not taken any damage so far, is going to get up in, your face, Roar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
and-
look down.
And he, not in any kind of act of wisdom on its part, is going to try to make an attack against you, and the kobold thing stupidly. So, oh, right, I can just click that. So he is going to try to hit you with a dagger. But possibly unsuccessfully, because that is a 6. Pretty sure that doesn't hit you.
No.
Just double checking. Burp out the 30. He's like, oh wait. No, he doesn't have another ally within 5 feet, so he does not get an advantage on that roll. I forgot that the other ones that were surrounding Chef should have gotten advantage. Rip, rip.
I just like put my hand on his forehead and push him back.
Wow. The injured one is also going to come up to his pal and is also going to try to make an attack against you. He does get advantage on his roll. Because these little annoyances get pack tactics. But it doesn't help him because he just gets a total of a 10.
No.
We didn't say these guys were good at what they did, just that they're annoying.
Just that they did.
So that, I think those are the only 2 left, right? Yeah, those are the only 2 left. Next, they don't get any kind of other fun and exciting things they do. They're kind of really basic things. Like Chorus, you're
Let's move, 30 feet closer.
Yep.
And he's going to repeat the same action of snapping the fingers on his left hand.
Mhm.
And both of the kobolds need to make a DC 15 wisdom save.
You really know their weakness. I'm just gonna roll once and we'll just see the 2 rolls. So one gets a 17, so he succeeds. And I'm gonna put that in order. So the one in full health succeeded. The one that has been already injured fails with a 6.
I have to ask, are you just like Roy Mustang but necromancy coated? 'Cause
No.
that's the vibe you're giving me right now.
No. So the one that they both hear this time a ding. The one that is full health that succeeded shakes it off, but the injured one takes 8 necrotic.
He dead. You said another one to your god.
And I think the way it is like from the ears you see the sick green veins come out that then slowly burn and dissolve the flesh.
Gross. You have the loveliest of spells.
Ew.
Hey,
Yeah.
healing magic is necromancy.
Yep. I'm just saying. All right. I think that was your attack action. Do you have anything as a bonus action?
Nope.
Cool.
Hold on.
Like actually,
Holding.
like in fifth ed, healing is abjuration.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know they changed it. In every other edition, it was necromancy.
Yeah, yeah.
Necromancy is just very late healing.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with this argument.
Also, technically, healing word is evocation.
Is it?
I don't know how you explain that, but sure, we'll go with it.
Okay.
So the problem is that Legacy and 2024 they changed what school healing magic was. And so one of them was evocation and the other one, and it's like the weirdest fucking thing, and it's really annoying.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had to bring it up with our GM on our Tuesday game because he did a custom feat which was supposed to allow me to cast healing spells, but he basically said that it only gave me additional slots to cast a certain school, and I said, hey, this don't make sense because it doesn't match the school of magic for healing spells. And he's like, and you basically gave me these bonus healing spells that I cannot use the spell slots that the same feat gives me. And he's like, wait, what? So that's how we found out that the school changed. And I was like, God fucking damn it. But anyway, who was I on? So you said hold on for Lycoris. Anything else you would do? Is
Nope, done.
cool, chef.
Finally.
There's one more scaly thing that's there. Are you gonna go after it? Or are you gonna stand over your prize?
No, I'm obviously gonna go over to it. Absolutely,
Okay.
just go over to it. The simple question is, do I have to still use my feet, or am I literally just I can immediately get over to it?
You can just get over to it. I'm being very generous
Fucking
here.
thank you. I would not ever been there. It's 30 feet.
It's fine. Like I said, honestly, in this scenario for this immediate area, treat every square like 5. I
Alright,
understand the
perfect.
map's not gonna let you do that. But so you're just gonna have to manually count them, but every square.
That's fine. I
this
can make
immediate
that. All right. I'm going to again, like last time, try to knock it out.
Okay, cool. You can
Alright.
certainly try. Make an attack.
All right. That's 12. So the best I got was 12.
That'll hit it.
Perfect. And for damage, well, it's a 7. So obviously, again,
That
just
will knock it out.
Perfect.
All right.
My plan is almost perfect now.
And we get to the end, and there is no more kobolds that are alive. Question mark. Or they're not. There's no more immediate kobold threat. The woman is panting heavily, but turns around and looks at the rest of you, kind of uncertain until she notices you, Chef, and is like, Chef, what? Who are these people?
I no, I don't got time for this. I really don't. I'm just picking up the kobold. I don't got time for this. I need to save the town. Get out of there. Get out of here quickly.
Well, we were trying to get back, and we're confused. I'm a little confused. Where is the keep at this point?
I don't even know. I was just hunting, and this shit happens. I don't even know. I don't even know.
And the father seems to look around and seems to get his bearings in the light. And it's like, oh, we need to go that way, info spots team. Unless we're trying to look out in the forest, but we should be heading to the keep. We just got turned around because the kobolds ambushed us and we were running away from them. And he points towards the north, over the stream, in kind of a northeastern direction. Which is further in the town. And so you can either stay with your now 2 unconscious kobolds, and figure out things in them. Are you going to leave them there? Are you going to stop and try to question them when they eventually wake up? Or are you taking them with you? Or is someone, because left unattended and certain person near it?
I'm looking at the only person that helped me, and I just say, "Hey, can you pick up the other kobold? I need it for later."
Jarl, from where he is, kind of looks down, looks to like Horus, and Father, can you get the kobold?
Why do you need to?
You will understand later. You will understand later. And
I'll just say this human is weird again and just proceed down the path.
As he does that, I immediately go over to one of the bodies of the kobold, and I just say to the family, "Don't look at this," and I just skewer one of the heads. Just gonna immediately just sever it.
But as that's happening, Jarl will kind of get the attention of the family. So, excuse me, I am Jarl. I am a paladin. You said that the keep, which is probably the safest place, is up in that direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Lunan, like now that she's gotten her bearings, like yes, it is over there. That is where all the guards will be that are going to be trying to get everybody to. That's really where we should go. I don't think we're going to be able to make it out to the forest, not with the young ones.
That's fine. Stay with us. Stay behind us. We'll take the lead. Keep an eye behind you. If you see anything, let us know. We'll take care of it. Okay?
I have a question.
Yeah, it's your question.
Lalon, was it?
Oh, yes.
This happened.
I don't know. Just we were finishing dinner, and then all of a sudden there was just screams and yelling, and then this torch was thrown in through our window, and we look out, and there's these large lizards that are running all over the place, and fire, and is that what they're called? Yeah. We just started running the direction that they weren't.
Have you had any strange visitors in town?
No. I mean, define's strange.
Anyone new in town that might be passing through aside from us in the past couple of days? Asking questions, out at night?
No, you would have, but not that I've seen. And she looks to her husband, who also shakes his head. The kids are very much clinging. 2 of them are clinging to the dad. The other one goes over. They're doing the hugging. You know, one kid is on each of the father's legs, and one is clinging to the mom's leg, and they are just crying and making a wail. And you are fairly certain that this noise is going to attract anything in the area unless you can get these kids calmed down.
Mist Hollow, perhaps such questions can be saved until we get to the keep. With if more people are supposed to be there, you can ask more questions from multiple people to get a better idea. Jarl will then go down to the kids. We'll go to the kids. Don't worry. We're gonna keep you safe. We're gonna get you to the keep where you will be protected.
Can I remember saying the same thing?
I was about to say that Kim will go ahead and hit the shield, the turtle shield I'm holding, and say, "Don't worry, turtle has you. You're back."
You saw how we handled the others. You will be safe.
Yeah.
Can,
Uh,
can I do
one
a
of the
persuasion
children.
check?
Hmm?
Can I do a persuasion to see if I can get them to stop crying?
Yeah, go ahead. Which child are you going after? Or are you just speaking to all of them in general?
Probably not the one I shot over the head.
I mean, they
It's
didn't see you do it.
like for me, it's the general,
Yeah.
all of the children addressing all the children.
Okay.
Same here.
Cool.
17 for me.
Okay.
Only a 16.
I
Okay.
need to roll persuasion.
Yeah, make me a persuasion check because they're a little bit panicked.
Or deception.
8.
It's going to be
I
fun.
don't think you're actually lying. What? Sorry, what was your total again?
8.
8.
I mean, the rogue might be lying, but the paladin isn't.
I rolled
The
persuasion on
turtle
the
wasn't either, but it seems like my words were seems to be a lie anyway.
Jarl, I will say that you do get the one that is clinging to the mom. Since that's the one who's closest to you. Looks at you and just kind of like starts to quiet down, kind of like sniffling a little bit, but seems a little bit more at ease with your calm tone. Hollow, you are talking that is to the base of the ones that are on the father. And they seem to be getting more at ease until the turtle gets a little too close to personal space. And they just kind of freak out because almost another thing that is in their face, similar to the things that attacked them, and is a lot bigger and a lot scarier, and they just go right back to crying.
Do you want to
Tries
touch
to
my
put the
horn?
turtle
Do you wanna
shell
touch
over
the
one
horn?
of the kids.
Wait,
Sorry,
don't touch my brother.
sorry, what was that, Hollow?
Do you want to touch my horns? Like, oh god, you're crying. Here, touch the horns.
So to be fair, I think Kim would just go ahead and turn the shell towards them so they can go ahead and hold it, like the shield.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble. Can we refer to you characters anything but Kim before
Okay.
I dock
Duck.
myself?
Fine. Duck would go ahead and turn the shield over, like towards them so they can hold it. I think one of the children hugging the dad's leg specifically.
Make me another persuasion check. Duck. Hollow. One of the
Ah, for fuck's sake, 8.
You're not good with kids. It's okay.
So I'm gonna split the kids.
Like,
One of them.
Like you cut out real bad there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna kind of split the kids up a little bit since it's a little bit more individualized. So Duck, the one that you offered the shell to, again, maybe it's just because you're dealing with humans and maybe you're not so used to dealing with, or just not used to human children. But what seems to be normal in your culture, seems to put the kids more at ease. And the more it seems that you try to win this kid over, just you seem to be getting this child more and more scared of you. Get back and be a wiser course of action, because they just got attacked by a lot of reptilian things. You're another reptilian. Maybe they need to calm down a little. Hollow, you're having a little bit better of a time. One of them reaches out a very uncertain hand because they're not used to seeing things with horns, and just kind of like with a finger very lightly and hesitantly pokes it.
It feels like a ram horn. It's nothing special. It's just, colored. The colors are almost gem-like and blues and everything, decorated with silver and jade.
It goes pretty.
Yeah.
And so that child seems to be fairly calm. The other one is bawling its eyes out as this girl keeps trying to befriend it. And this one seems a lot younger is a lot more uncertain about what is and is continually to get louder. And you start hearing yells and think that, you know, this child is definitely attracting attention that you may or may not want.
Duck would go ahead and back off and just go ahead and
Yep.
point to the other ones that were successful. You help child, I'll go.
All right.
Yeah,
know-
the father
you know-
is trying to hush the child, but
You know what? I got this. I'll immediately, as I'm halfway with this kobold's head, I just stop, go over to the child that's crying the most, and I just pull out the only ration. I only got one. Like just.
are you bringing the kobold with you?
No.
Okay.
I was halfway. I literally
Okay.
left it.
Okay.
So I'm still a little bit smeared with blood because again halfway trying to cut
But
his
you're
head off.
also Shaft, so like it's not that
Yeah.
uncommon.
Mm-hmm. So I pulled out from my backpack the only thing I had left, basically like a fish sandwich with tomatoes and lettuce, and obviously just pieces of cheap bread that you could make, and I just give the kid like, here you go.
Let's make me a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, gladly. I am not at all on. Oh yes, I actually do have a -1. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Glorious. Easy peasy.
Persuasion. That is a 9. Funny.
Can I give a help
Impressive.
action?
Yeah, I'll allow that one. If
Yeah.
you want, since you're already there and you're kind of like doing this one.
That's a fucking 20.
Let's go!
Yeah!
There you go.
With your dirty 20, oh so dirty. The child finally seems to settle in and
Everything.
like reaches out in a hand to it and slowly like takes the sandwich and slowly lets go of their father's leg, who breathes a sigh of relief. Hollow, the one that had reached out to you, is like holding like both hands up at you in the very universal uppy position.
I will give the child uppies.
And the child that was wailing before is like picking at the sandwich. Chef, you're a little disappointed that they're not actually like eating it. They're kind of like putting it in their mouth a little bit, but they seem a little bit too like sad and anxious. This is more like they're just like holding it, but they're still not quite sure what to do with it. So they're kind of like, but it's given them a distraction and they're kind of playing with it, but they're also doing the child thing of that they're picking out the things they don't like.
Like I'm not angry about it because I'm a chef. You get used to a customer saying, "There's a hair in my soup. I want a refund." Like, yeah,
Well, they're doing the child thing of like, ew, greens, and they're picking that out. They're doing the thing and they're like sniffing it and like doing a little taste to see if they like it. They're not quite sure.
Yeah.
But they mostly just seem to be very on autopilot now at this point. So that's the situation. The children, if they are on the ground, are going to be a lot slower than you guys. Their movement is only 20 feet. Everyone else is 30. If you carry them, you're not going to have any kind of speed reduced, so they would then move at your speed. However, anyone that is carrying a child is going to have disadvantage on their attack rolls, and you will not be able to wield two-handed weapons because you're basically having a child like on your hip or holding onto it while it's on your back. No matter how you do it, you're going to have disadvantage. Either they're on your hip or they are a weight that you are unaccustomed.
Yeah.
So if you want to carefully put the child down and then go into fight, you can put them down as a bonus action. because hopefully you care if they get hurt or not, and don't just drop them as a free action.
Yeah, you know what? I'll carry one of the children.
Yeah, one's on
Okay.
my back.
Yeah.
All right, so
I don't the way, so I can't
I-
carry the last one since I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, with
all right, so
with the mother with 2 kids, with 2 of the kids being carried by one of us, I'm going to instruct the mother and the father, hey, can you please pick up the other 2 while I point to the other people who don't have kids, including myself. We will protect you.
woo. Can I?
All right. Oh
Have
yeah.
it.
Before, as this happens, I look at the others now. Now the situation is a little bit less tense. I just look at them like, all right. I need to know at least you guys. I think you already
Okay.
know my name, Chef or Chefu. Just call me Chef. What's you guys' name that helped my town?
Okay, so
I'd like to know.
Chef, I am going to have to point out, because you probably care about your kobold, you will not be able to carry the child and the kobold.
I'm saying screw the kobold. I'm immediately just that's actually, you know what, screw it. I also say to them as well, kill the kobolds now. They're now liability.
Okay, made you the
On it.
All right.
I wish to mold earth. I wish to bury this kobold.
How did I get to open character sheet, edit? All right, so Chef, the child that is to your right, you now have control on. You should
Perfect.
be able to, if you feel like double checking that one for me.
Yeah, let me look. Yeah.
Hollow. Give me 2 seconds and I will do the one that's next to you. Oh, fucking hell. Really? I can't do it on an individual level?
Oh, right, there was one of these is the father, and so it's only 3 children.
Never mind. I thought I could individualize them, but for some reason...
Suffering.
For some reason, when I edit... Oh, because it edits the actual... Why can't I do this individualized? Well, that's just dumb. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna do that they can just be, instead of that, we can just do controlled by all players. Just give. Alright. So, if you are carrying a child, just get the child that is closest to you. Like, I don't think like Chorus is doing a child, so there is one child if someone wants to grab it. Otherwise, the father will just pick it up.
Yes. Look, if whatever children are remaining, like I asked one of the parents to pick up their own child.
Yeah. So the father is, will scoop up the child. He does not seem to be like any kind of fighter. The only one.
You cut out.
You're very good out there.
Wow, what the fuck today? So the only one that seems to be any kind of fighter is, so the father will pick up the last that is on the ground. The last child that is on the ground.
Oh, okay, you cut out at the child word. So
I don't know why my mic keeps cutting out. I'm just gonna. I think because I keep leaning forward. Hopefully that's better, and we'll cut out less often. So and they will point the way. Chef, you also know the way. Down the path, and you know that if you follow this path, there is basically a ford for the narrowest part across the stream. So again, are you guys going to? Do you guys want to exercise caution? Are you just running and dealing with anything that comes your way? What is your mindset? And I'm actually going to jump back over to Roar because you have very much of a head start. What is your plan, especially now that you by yourself?
If it's got red leathery skin, it's gonna die.
Okay. What is your so basically no caution, just straight up charging forward, looking for something to fight?
Yeah, I mean I'm not running. I'm walking with purpose, but yes.
It's a power walking. Got it.
I also missed all of that child stuff back there. Like I haven't been
Yeah.
there since we finished fighting the kobolds.
Oh, I know, but so that was like a good give me measuring. So I think you
Like I
started-
would have gotten to the like trees and realized, oh, they're dealing with shit back there, so I
Yeah.
would have slowed down a little bit, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't have stopped.
because it's like 160 feet, so you had time. They're gonna take some time to get up to you, because now as you're basically doing general map movement, each square is going to be 20, 20 feet. So so as you go forward, you will see. I need to make a couple of rolls here. 1d6. Oh God! How dare!
I have decided to go spicy for level 1 and split the party.
The dice have decided to go spicy. Holy shit! I needed to roll a d6 and a d4. I literally rolled a 6 and a 4. That sucks.
10 dragons descend on my head.
I mean, no, because I needed to do a d6 of kobolds and a d4 of something else.
Oh, even
And-
better.
Ooh.
So
Very
it
good,
legit
are we?
says if the group contains 6 kobolds, one of them is a winged one. So did it include a winged one in here by any chance?
Look at how special we gonna have.
No, that's not the group. That can't be the group. Are you serious? Did they really not?
This is the best
All right.
session one ever.
Oh, absolutely. Most of it is me interpreting how the fuck they did this map. So again, we're gonna do a little bit of theater of the mind here. But you guys over here for now. As what the fuck with how many cultists?
Altus, what?
I mean, what? I'm sorry, did I say something?
Heavy
Whoa.
breathing. Heavy breathing.
Oh, just another day. Just another day.
Just another day in paradise. And I need one of the winged fuck. Come here. Where's my
Well,
wing?
time to do my taxes.
Yep, shut up. You can just hide until you think you can do better. Where the fuck is my winged ones? Okay, come here. I'm just gonna do you the hard way. 'Cause, oh my. Okay. Where did my winged cobalt go? There it is. Come here. And change layer, token layer, thank you. I am gonna say the winged kobold is actually up in the air, so he is not on the ground. The rest are.
Okay.
And give me your character sheet. Thank you. So you see, you're not as up in their face as it looks in there. They're still about like 20 to 40, 60, depending on where they are. Again, in your immediate area, I'm gonna actually put you a little bit back here. But in your immediate area, once you get across the river, each square is gonna be basically 5 feet. But you
Gotcha.
still have like another like 20 feet to go across the river.
Gotcha.
The river is not any kind of difficult terrain, extremely shallow in that area. But the problem is that to the left and right of you, you're going through brushes, and there is a steep cliff there, so you will not be able to go into the brush.
Like on this side, you said?
Actually, from this side, you can get into the brush, but let me get special effects. So if you want to go from where you are into the brush, you can do it, but movement in the brush is only 5 feet at a time. It is very thick in there. You could hide, but it is very difficult to through there.
Okay, but you said the river isn't super deep, or
the river is not super deep, especially in this area. It's literally like 1 foot deep. That's why they have the path here. If you go, so along this coast and here going into the brush is a steep cliff. But where you are kind of like carves down into it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you see 4 humans. Do I have any kind of like other description on them? Nope. Okay. So you see 4 humanoids. They basically, I don't even, they're each one is wearing some leather armor on them, and they just seem to be, as a group, going building to building, looking for people, and throwing additional torches into any open window that they find, still trying to catch different buildings on fire. The kobolds that are on the ground are going into the buildings, and you see 2 of them go to doors in the buildings and go inside. Actually 3 of them, because there's 3 buildings here. While 2 of them are staying with the humans. The humans just seem to be watching and calling out to them in a language. I need to check if you have.
Probably not common.
You do not. They are calling out to them in a very actually, really? Do they not? I feel like they would. Just out of context. They're calling out in a very like hissing language.
Gotcha.
So
I'm assuming I would hear them before I would see them.
Yeah, you would hear them. They are not trying to be quiet. There's a lot of yelling going on. You see one of the winged ones that you saw before. He's up in the sky and is just he's not very high above these buildings, just kind of like keeping an eye out from above, kind of like an eye in the sky. But he does not seem to see you.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, if I hear him, if I would have heard him before I seen him, I would have slowed down and tried to investigate a little bit.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy and keep out of immediate sight, or?
If I hear like hissing, because I mean, I've heard the kobolds talk, I just couldn't really understand them, so I kind of recognize it.
Yeah, you definitely hear yelling that is not in.
Okay, so yeah,
and when
then
you
yes,
look
I would
over
be
to the
trying
source,
to.
you see some humans. Really increase.
Yeah, I would definitely be trying to sneak a little bit then.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check, just so I get a baseline.
Well, shit, 9.
Okay, about that fact that they don't see you.
I have a +5 to that even. God damn.
Ow, that sucks. So I need to figure out what's his passive. Okay, never mind. The winged one does not see you.
Perfect.
Hang on.
Because if I could surprise him, I'm gonna shoot him with a crossbow first. That's like gonna be my first thing I do in combat.
Yep.
Like if I can open it with that, I don't care about any other stealth roll. I will go loud if I have to.
100%. Hang on, sorry, I'm rearranging windows and they don't want to cooperate with me. That's them. That's them. Where are my kobolds? Kobolds, I know you're annoying, but you know, please behave. At least a little bit.
There you go.
All right.
Kobold right there. Kobold right there. Kobold
Yep.
there.
And sorry, what action did you say you were taking?
I was gonna shoot the flying one with the crossbow.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make me an attack.
Okay, and he's surprised by me.
Yes. So you would have advantage because he does not. So you get basically a
How
surprise.
do I roll advantage on this? Ah, there it is.
You would right click and then
Yep,
you
I
get an
got it.
advantage option.
Well, fuck. 13.
Against the winged one, that actually hits.
Okay, cool. So that's 1d8 plus 3 and then 2d6.
Damn.
Because I have surprise attack. Once
Nice.
per combat, if I surprise a creature and hit it, I get to do an extra 2d6 damage.
Woo!
So there's the d8, so 9 damage plus 2d6, if it matters. I will
That
roll
answer your question?
Okay, cool. I just obliterate him out of the sky.
He was obliterated, yeah. Just your base damage.
Okay, and then... So yeah, surprised him, but probably didn't surprise any of the other ones. And then I'll essentially just get to this side of the river and just yell, "Come at me."
Come at me, bro!
Yeah, and then go into a rage for bonus action.
Awesome. Awesome. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, because obviously you would have had some time and some distance.
Yeah, I also
So-
swap back to my Warhammer. If I can. Okay, cool.
So what I am gonna do here is we are gonna have I need to roll initiative on the cultists. 14, which would put them there. Perfect. And there's 4 of them.
And listen, I'm trying to yell like loud enough to where probably the group behind me will hear it.
Cool.
Like I'm screaming to the sky like as loud as I can. Like bring it on or some shit like that.
I'm gonna have the rest of the group actually make a perception check to see if you do hear that one, because there is a lot of noise and general stuff going on around it.
All right.
11.
11. I see
11?
Duck got a 5. You got an 11.
I'm just vibing to the me just molding earth and burying this kobold and just not noticing anything except me burying him alive.
And then Chaku had
Actually,
slipped away.
I don't know. Is this thing alive?
Oh, it's unconscious.
Okay, then I guess I bury him alive.
No, that's fine, baby.
I mean, you could have made sure he was dead and like slit his throat first or something.
No,
No,
he deserves this.
That's fine.
He's fine.
That's fine.
You can do it.
Like Chorus, are you gonna? I need a perception check from you, sir.
They're away.
Hmm? Oh, they're away. They're okay. Cool.
He stepped away.
Then we are just gonna say he did not.
Rude. You couldn't give me one cure. You couldn't give me one of them. That hurt me.
Look, it's not my fault. They got an 11 and an 11. 5.
How about
Um,
+6 to perception too? That's
plus 1.
little
Plus
embarrassed by that.
1.
Jesus. Which is really funny because, like, I said it to, like, I didn't want to do a 10, so I was like, I'll just do like a 12, and then 11 and 11. And I went, well, maybe I should have made it a 10.
I mean,
Quick,
you
we
still
need you to
can.
roll a perception check.
You know what? I'm
Wait.
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Roll me a
give
perception check.
Roll a
Please.
perception check for me, please.
Roll
Like
high.
ours.
For the love of God, roll high.
He wants someone to hear him yelling.
That's fucking hilarious.
13. Thank God.
I would have laughed at it enough, like, just above.
Yeah, if it would have been
Um,
another 11, I would have just been like, well, damn. It's not meant to be.
I guess you have to yell louder.
So, Jarl and Hollow, I will say you suddenly hear a there's been like general shouts and yells that have been going on, lots of noise, but then you suddenly hear one much louder yell that's a lot closer, but you can't quite make out what is being said. You just hear the in general, I can't even do it myself.
Oh, God.
Me
Yeah,
trying to
he-
do a yell and just sounding like a broken teeth.
That's exactly how you yelled. Damn.
This is when you need a soundboard for like your roars.
Dude!
Chewbacca.
Mr. Bagel, I need a soundboard.
We'll get right on that. Would we be able to say that this is like the blood curdling roar of a berserker?
I did rage
yeah.
once before. You could kind of, if you wanted to do it, like, because
It
this is my
sounds
second rage.
angry.
I well, because I think the rage lasts, what is it, 10 rounds, which is
No, it lasts one round unless something attacks me
Yes.
or I
But
attack
what-
something.
okay, but it does eventually wear off. Well,
Yeah,
it would have
one-
been longer than a round until
Yeah,
taking
this
damage.
is my
but
second
that's not-
one.
yeah. Okay, so this is your second one. Cool. So
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. When I raged to attack the first group of kobolds, it would have been a similar roar, is what I'm.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So yeah. Oh God! Please, someone stop chewing. So you do hear what just sounds like a very angry, loud or yell. Like Horace, you also hear the yell, but it seems like you can make out some words of "come at me, bruh." You think is what they're saying? Or something similar. Could be a Sumatiya. I don't know. But it seems to be coming from the direction of further down the road towards the direction of the keep. Basically the direction that you guys were already going.
Yeah, the direction that Roar walked off down to.
Yeah, the direction that you're more, that your very tall and bugberry companion went that too.
So, palm meets forehead
As it should.
before Angelo starts hurriedly moving down the path toward the roar.
As Lycorius walks down the path, as Jarl will look back, is like, was that who I think it was?
I
It's-
believe so. Yes.
Yes. I will start following, and it takes a full turn to get a child off my back.
No, you can basically, like, I'm gonna say, like, you can, like, kind of like squat down and let go and have them, like, carefully get to the ground, and that'll be like a bonus action.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Otherwise, the child's ending up in a bush.
Yeah, pretty much. That was gonna be a next question of, if you do drop the child, where are you dropping it? I will say, because you guys are behind him, it is going to take a because I assume you're probably like double moving to try to get up there. It is going to take a full round for you guys to catch up to your companion. because he very much has a head start on the rest.
All right. We all make our way. We spend our round moving up.
Alrighty. And then, I'm gonna keep the same initiative order just because it just makes it so much easier for me.
Moving.
So, draw the moves. Roar, you get another chance to attack things.
I don't think all of my. I feel like I'm missing equipment, but that's
I
fine.
mean,
Because I thought I specifically. Did I not? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going for that guy. He's going to die.
Which one? Sorry, I missed. That one? Okay, the Cobalt Cossus.
well,
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, I said I'm going for anything red and leathery, so.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. Boop. 17 to hit.
Yeah. Seriously, sorry. That will hit.
Oh, that is.
11 damage.
That very much overkills him.
So just hear me out. Since I'm surrounded, can I theoretically use my push Warhammer to knock a kobold into another kobold and do like unarmed strike damage to it?
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
No, but if you want, I can say if you do that, you would basically like make me like a strength check, and you could have the possibility of imposing a disadvantage to them on their attack.
Okay. You want pure strength or an athletics check?
Just make me a pure strength check because you just
Okay.
basically doing a shove.
Okay, that's not a check, that's a saving throw. Could you please roll? So where do I go for just a normal strength check?
So at your stats at the top, just hit that
Yeah.
+3 of your strength.
Fuck. I was clicking all around it and I didn't fucking...
Yeah.
15.
Sure. Which kobold do you want to not get into? You could honestly do either one of these.
I'll go with this one because the way I was flavoring it, I was kind of like walking up this way and the push is like a straight line kind of deal.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Let me cancel. Him. I'm just gonna do the symbols they have for things are not helpful. I'm gonna do that for his disadvantage.
Oh, I should have done something different. Oh well, next time.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah, I think next time if I obliterate something again, I'm gonna like roar for intimidation.
I mean, you still have a free action. You can still intimidate.
Okay.
Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
11. But they did also just see a kobold turn into a fine pink mist. So
The winged kobold is dead. I can actually close that.
see, I'm just trying to help. I'm
yep,
getting ready to
okay.
character sheets for you.
Let's see. I'm gonna have them just make a. What kind of save actually would that be?
I'll say that.
Yeah,
I
I'll
feel like it would
just
be a-
take in wisdom. They
Right,
did.
wisdom.
They did 18, 19, 14,
Yeah, they're probably all gonna succeed.
19. All the
And
cultists
11.
succeeded. These two are in the house, in the buildings. They are not actually affected until they come out of the building. And then so 2 of the kobolds are gonna do it. That's a 16. That's 17. So yeah, none of them are frightened. What the fuck with the dice, yo? Not a single one. Okay, one of those saves was below a 50. Because the cultists get advantage. Is the fun part of that.
Oh, is it just every wisdom save they get a fucking advantage on?
No cultists get advantage on any kind of saves against being frightened.
But it wasn't okay.
You're trying to intimidate and frighten them, basically. Is kind of the impression that I was getting from them, to, intimidate and frighten them off.
Yeah, I consider those two different skill checks, but I don't think there is actually a frighten check, so that makes sense.
Yeah, because, I feel like, what the goal was is to basically make them scared of you, is what I was interpreting that, which is kind of like the same thing. They wouldn't have had, like, the frightened effect, but it's kind of the same thing that you're trying to scare them. I think that's all for you. Hollow's gonna double moves in this round. The kobolds. The one here is gonna come up next to you. And he's gonna try to make an attack with a dagger. AC 12?
Nope.
I don't think hits you. Nope.
I have 15.
Yeah, and no one else is in melee with him, so he doesn't get advantage. The second one is also going to come up next to you. Normally would have advantage from pack tactics, but because of your shove, he now has a disadvantage, so it's just a straight up neutral.
He's covered in his brother. He's scared.
So, it's an AC of 11, which does not hit you. But no, that's just the one attack, so he no longer has a disadvantage. But he only gets one attack against you. And then the other two cultists are going to come out of the houses that they were in, because it's technically just there. And that is their, and they see what's going on. Do they get arranged? They do. They have slings. And they are going to try to hit you with those. Is it just melee attack rolls? No, just a kobold has advantage on attack roll against a creature if at least one of the kobold's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated. So they do get advantage. Since there's two other kobolds next to you. That will hit an 18. Which I think hits your AC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet. So for 5 points of damage.
So
but you are raging.
How do you do half damage? Is it half rounded down or half rounded up?
The round, so
because essentially half of 5 is 2.5.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you basically would roll the amount of damage that you take up. So the amount that is reduced is down. So yeah, you would take 3.
Oh, I have to track that here too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't save for some reason. There we go.
And then the second one is gonna roll a nat fucking 20 to hit you. The dice love these guys. He's gonna roll a nat 20 with his sling. Apparently really motivated. I guess he cares about one of the ones you just took down. And it's gonna hit you for 6 points of damage, reduced down to 3. And that is it for the kobolds, but the cultists actually got the very next number in initiative. They only have melee weapons, which kind of sucks for them. One of them is gonna come up. Luckily, they don't have pack tactics, so they're just fine. And he's gonna try to hit you with a scimitar. Hits only an AC 13, which I believe misses. Yep. He only gets the one attack.
So I will say they're having to start going through the river. Just
Yeah, because you kind of like put yourself in the bank, and the other ones are kind of like they have to be in the river. They don't have much option to get to you here.
so it's almost like I chose the choke point for a
and
reason.
so yeah, that's smart of you.
I do have an intelligence of 13. I'm not entirely an idiot.
No, not entirely. That cultist is
It's higher than mine.
Roar, your intelligence is only an 11, sir. Don't be lying.
Oh, hey, samesies then.
And what happened to my character sheet?
I
'Cause
don't
I have a 13.
know. Do I not? Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm dumb. For some reason, it was showing, like, I guess an older version? And I needed to reload it? What the fuck is D&D doing? I swear. Oh, right, because I think you, like, I think we changed some stuff, and I didn't update it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay, so 13. Bleh. I was like, I'm looking at it going, I'm pretty sure I rated that right. This is me having to update things, and I just don't.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I don't think I rolled yeah, that one still needs a scimitar attack. Hits an AC of 10, which is gonna miss. Then the other two cultists. I guess are just gonna chill out back here. And they're just gonna like ready in action in case you get through one of their buddies, because they know the kobolds are very squishy, and you've already taken down 2 of them really without much struggle.
Witness me.
Lycoris is gonna double move, and Chef is gonna double move. Which means I am going to take all of y'all, not you. You, because we didn't care about the kobolds anymore, apparently.
I mean, there's more up ahead.
You could also leave him there. He is technically 5 feet down.
Let's see, child.
There's a child on my back.
Yeah, child's with you. That's not actually where the child is.
I am awaited in Valhalla.
So as we get as we kind of get closer, Jarl will kind of like instruct the family to say, okay, hide in the bush until everything's fine, until everything
Yeah.
calms down.
Duck will try and stay in front of the group to not scare children more.
Yeah, you probably don't want them to see me right now.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to be in front, so they only see the back of me.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I think
Normally brown fur, but now it's red.
I think Paula would have left her designated child around here. It's like, all right, there's noise up ahead. Let's not bring them into combat.
Yeah. The non seems to argue for a second, but then the child that you let down goes over and like clings to her mom's leg, and the mom just like sighs and gives a nod and hide in the thick brush.
Yeah, it's one of these. We'll be right back.
And then we get to top of the round. Jarl, at this point, from where you guys are, just treat every square like 5 feet instead of what the map actually tells you that it is. But you see your bugbear friend, and like usual, just like you've seen several times, surrounded by a group of people. You see the reptiles, but these humans are definitely have swords out and seem to be attacking your bugbear friend. You're not completely sure. It's a little confusing. But they seem to be on the same side as the reptiles.
I'm going to make my way right there. And I'm going to attempt to attack the cultist right in front of me.
I will say that you're not in the bush, that you're like next to Roar on the path, because that is a 20-foot wide path a bit. Or I'll say, there's enough room on the path for two people to stand next to each other a little bit.
Sounds good.
Because otherwise you'd be on a steep bank. But you guys are basically blocking this choke point at this point. So
Welcome
go
to
ahead.
the slaughter.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll against the human.
So before, no, I'm actually quite all right. Attack roll on the human. Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Well, that's me.
You don't have any kind of bonus action healing or anything?
Yeah, your bugbear does look a little hurt.
This action. Yeah, I suppose I can.
If you must.
Jesus Christ. You heal 3.
Hey,
Better than
technically,
nothing.
Yeah, nullified one of those attacks I just took.
You got a 1, and
Damn.
Yep.
literally bare minimum. Ow, that's
Yep.
painful.
Yep.
You guys aren't close yet. It's fine.
All right. Yeah. Now I'm done.
All right. After Jarl is Roar.
Yes. Just to do some, proper combat efficiency, we're gonna go for this guy right in front of me.
Alrighty. Roll that attackage.
22 to hit.
That'll hit him.
16 damage.
Good fucking lord.
I rolled max damage.
Gotta love it.
And then can I do the essentially I pasted that kobold onto the cultist behind him?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Make a strength check.
Yes. Well, apparently not, because that's a 7.
Nope, you couldn't quite get enough of an oomph to get him tangled into
Hold on,
the
let
cultist
me-
behind him.
Let me double check rage. I don't know if that gives me advantage on strength checks. Just want to double check.
It might on athletics. I'm not sure about strength though.
You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll it again.
23.
Let's go.
That'll do it. So that is gonna give him disadvantage on his next attack.
Do I go for the full gambit again and try to intimidate him this time? Now that I've pasted a second fucking kobold? That's up to you.
I will say it is less of a chance of happening now. You had the surprise before, but
Yeah.
you're not.
Okay,
You don't think you're gonna have any chance of it. I allowed it with the surprise. Now
Yep,
it's a little.
I get you. Don't think I can do much else. Yeah, because I used the push to paste.
Yeah, I think that's all of your stuff.
Yep.
Good. All right. Next up is Hollow.
I'll change from short bow to dagger.
Okay.
I will go here.
You won't. So you won't be able to go here, because he is in the river, and there is a steep cliff here, and then brush. You can go behind, basically behind, and basically do a corner attack if you want.
No. Slide under the legs and take them out.
Yeah, because Roar is kind of like at the choke point of like basically this indented cliff, and then brushes, and they trying to keep them in at this point.
So, can I attack this guy?
Yeah, you can do an attack against
Cool.
him from like around Roar. You basically got to roar and be like, shift right and just make an attack around.
On your left.
On your left.
14?
That's against the kobold. That'll hit.
Oh, I was going for the...
Oh, sorry, the cultist. Sorry, that still hits.
Okay, cool.
It's a cultist, but because of how they do the nameplate, the word kobold is over his face.
Got it.
So I'm like, yes, it's a kobold.
And then I will do sneak attack damage because I have an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know why it sent 2 rolls.
I don't know why it's doing that either. It's a case if you get a crit, but you didn't crit. So it's just 8. So 10 damage. That is enough to kill the cultist.
I don't want to kill the cultist.
You don't want to kill the cultist. Okay.
No, not
You just want
yet.
to knock him out?
Yeah.
You just want to knock him out?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a look in Hollow's eye, like...
Yeah. I am going to move him down here and out of the way.
He just starts floating down the river.
Just for map.
Oh, yeah.
It's not deep enough for him to float down the river.
Aww.
Throw him in a bush.
The river is only like a foot deep at this point. So it's
What
not.
is it
he's
with
not gonna
everyone
float.
wanting to keep people alive?
I have my reasons.
Weird. That's fair.
The raging
mean-
bugbear does not understand.
Yeah, I mean, technically, the kobold back there is still alive. He's just 5 feet down.
I don't know this. I wasn't there.
Oh, that's true.
Good luck finding him.
That'll be my turn.
That'll be your turn. All right, Duck.
Okay, Doc would just be moving up, I guess, behind Yarrow instead.
Okay.
And then... am I able to shoot between Yarrow and the bugbear, or no?
Yeah, you can do a ranged attack in between.
Oh, no, I mean, I was going to do magic.
Or yeah,
Well, still ranged.
any kind. It's still a
Yeah.
range.
Oh,
it's a
that's
ranged
true.
spell instead of
I
but
still
it's
have one level 1 magic slot. So I'll go ahead
You
and
do.
use magic missile on this guy twice and this kobold once.
Sorry, which one were you doing?
The human who is there
Okay, him. You doing
twice and the
Twice?
kobold once. Yeah,
and
this
that kobold
kobold
plus. Okay. Roll me the
that's a 5. That's a
again.
10 on the first dude
Okay. Easy down.
and 4 on the kobold.
4 on the kobold. They are not down, but they are not very happy.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do healing word on the bugbear.
Okie dokie.
That's a 6.
Full health
Uh,
in.
Hey.
That was my bonus action, and then I'm done.
Sorry, you would not have been able to do
It wasn't bonus.
magic missile and healing word because you'd already cast
That is also.
before. You only
Oh,
have 2 slots, so you did a healing word. You did a magic missile before, and you just did a
okay,
healing
okay,
word.
okay.
That is both of your slots, so you would not have
okay.
been able to do
Then
another
I
healing word.
am unable to do.
Yeah, I just unhealed myself. We're good.
Okay.
That's action. No, that's action. Okay, no, then I can't do nothing. Okay, never mind. I'm up.
Okay. Next up are the kobolds. So the one that is next to you, Roar, is going to try to attack you. There is someone else within 5 feet, so he's going to get pack tactics. with a nat fucking 20. What the hell, dice? So it is going to do 7 points of damage.
So 4.
So yeah, 4. The other kobolds, the one over here, they're gonna keep to their slings. It's gonna keep the magic effect. This one on the right is going to try and shoot at Jarl, because I think he might be a little easier to hit for some reason. Or at least if they did, they might be more effective. Is that the angry dude? Only hits an ace. Oh wait, there is another person within 5 feet, so they get advantage from pack tactics. So they will hit an AC of 23. I heard you from the other room, but your mic did not get it.
That'll hit.
All right, that's gonna do 3 points of bludgeoning damage to you. And the other kobold is also going to try to hit you with a sling. Only gets an AC of 13.
Miss.
All right. After the kobolds are the 2 remaining cultists. Is there only 3? All right, I have to do my numbers down. All right. So cultist number. The cultist right next to you, Jarl, is going to try to hit you. And smack you with a scimitar. Does not get advantage. Luckily, it only hits an AC of 6, so it's going to miss you.
Yeah.
This other cultist is going to try to fill the hole that the dead lizard had filled, and is going to try to hit Roror. Also with a scimitar. And is only going to get an AC of 7, so it definitely misses you. Apparently the dice like the kobolds don't really like the kobolds. Which is, fine, right? That's them. It is like Chorus's turn.
Other people in the front, are any of them injured?
As far as the enemies,
Yes.
just this kobold.
Okay. So that kobold and the person next to it,
Okay.
Toll the Dead,
Alrighty.
EC 15 Wisdom.
Your fingers to the air.
That's a 12, so that is going to fail. Like I said, the dice love the kobolds, because the kobold got a 17. Y'all, the kobolds should not be making this check. They get a -2. What the fuck?
So the cultist suffers 8 necrotic.
Ew. He's still up, but he's not too happy.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Afterlight Chorus is Chef.
Oh, sorry. Give me a second. I woke up for a second. Huh?
It's alright.
All right. Okay. Yeah, he's in striking distance. Perfect.
Oh, he's dead. That one. The one in the bushes
That one's
is
dead.
Oh.
It's just I'm gonna move him farther off the side. He is dead.
Really, I can
Well,
I can still do this.
unconscious.
I can still do this.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
fair.
He's unconscious. I'm gonna do one of these.
He's
Numbers.
intentionally
I can still work with these.
Unconscious
Which
so
one
far.
has the lowest HP of these
Oh,
three
that's the
individuals?
thing.
that kobold's probably the deadest.
Yeah. So, these two look the most injured. This guy doesn't look like he's been hit, and neither of these two look like they have been hit. Actually,
I'm
this
gonna
one
immediately
looks
just use
like-
my longbow on this boy over here.
Okay. Make me an attack.
Yes, finally, time to use it. Sure, this is. Yes. We get. Nope, that doesn't work. But I have again weapon master. Let's see. Oh my fucking god!
2 10s in a row.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
10 does it work?
No, that does not hit.
Oh my god, I cannot believe it!
Their armor class is low. It is not that low.
I mean, at least you didn't roll a critical one and hit one of
No,
us in
no,
front of him
don't-
at least.
Don't even.
Don't wish it
even.
into existence.
I don't worry,
I
it's
don't
next
need
turn.
I don't need that. I do not need that. Okay.
All right. Anything that's a bonus action for you?
Yes, there is one. Let me look. No, I can't do anything else except sit the ground and look at my shame.
You do have the option that you have not been doing, by the way, which is
And that
which is a bonus action.
And that is.
Hunter's Mark is a spell.
Now,
that
can you see the distance over here?
Yeah.
So no, the
Like,
squares
so-
are acting
so-
as 20 feet, not what they or
Yeah.
10 feet, 5 feet, not
So
what they say on the
county
board.
square is 5.
God, I would
So,
get eventually.
sorry.
Jesus Christ, I couldn't talk.
It's okay. So I will say that they are within
Yeah.
range if you wanted to do that.
No. Nah.
No. Okay.
Not worth it. Not
Cool.
worth it.
Alrighty. Because keep in mind, like Hunter's Mark, if the person that your Hunter's Mark is on dies, you can, as a if you
Bonus.
target touches 0 before this spell ends, you can take a bonus action to move the mark to a new creature that you see that's within range, and you do not have to recast it to do it.
Nah. Not worth
Okay.
it. Not worth it. Not worth it.
Yeah, I will say it's really good to use in these scenarios where you have a lot of enemies that, you know, are in a close range because you can just keep moving it. All right, so then top of the round, Jarl. You got a cultist in your face and another injured one that's next to him.
That's nice. I'm gonna do something that may or may not upset some of the people in the town.
Oh boy.
I am going to breath weapon.
Yeah, that may upset some people in the town.
Just
And-
maybe.
I am going to attempt to hit all 4 of those people.
What element does your breath weapon take?
That's fire.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's
I mean-
not gonna fuck with anyone's PTSD.
They don't. There's enough fire around.
The cultist did it, not me.
The only
Uh,
villager
so-
that would have seen it is the chef,
They shot a fireball at me, don't worry about it.
and
So they-
the family.
So each of those 4. So each of. Oh yeah, you have them marked. These people.
Yep. Got
all
it.
need to make a DC 12 dex save.
Cool. First.
I feel like the
I'll do
ones that are
the-
standing in the river should have disadvantage. Just saying.
Sadly, no. First cultist gets a dirty 20.
We hate
Second cultist gets a 7.
Fail.
So he fails. First kobold gets a 10, which I think you
Fails.
said fails. And second cultist also gets a dirty 20. Sorry, second kobold gets a dirty 20. So he succeeds.
Alright.
So
To take it, to
Oh
get
god
half.
damn it.
Wow.
Fuck you.
oh, really?
I don't know how you want to do that. If they succeeded, they take.
I think
no
they all
damage.
just take. I think they all just take one damage.
Yeah.
You can't really half
Most-
one.
Most spells and abilities always have a minimum 1.
I would say, I mean, because it's half damage rounded up, so 0.5 rounded up.
That does kill the cultist. He only had 1 hit point left, so you
That-
know.
That is such bullshit.
Weak.
Dice are just like giving you all kinds of shit.
Instead of a breath weapon, you were like about to do it, but then you like hiccuped, and it just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little.
Two.
That's all I've got.
But I guess we don't have to worry about the town burning down now.
So Charles, like something in your brain is like, huh, that's weird. I'm used to that being a lot bigger.
Yeah. Looks around. I swear, guys, that's usually more damaging.
I swear.
Usually a lot bigger.
I swear.
It's
I
okay.
swear.
We all get
You know-
performance anxiety
Yeah.
sometimes.
You know, it's okay. Sometimes in a young dragonborn's life, their flame breath just doesn't act like they want it to. It's okay.
It can be a little premature. It happens.
It's like a voice crack when us are going through puberty, but for a dragonborn, your breath weapon just hiccups for a second.
It's a grower, not a shower. It's okay.
So Jarl, something triggers a memory in your head, and you breathe into the organ that you remember should do your breath weapon, but it's not as you remember. Like it's like you think that it should have been. You should have been able to take a much deeper breath, and it confuses you for a moment. And you get a little hazy, and it's like what you remember and what you can instinct and what you tried to do on instinct because you never really thought about how do I do my breath weapon, and so you relied on instinct, and it seems to feel very different and wrong, and you're not completely sure why. And in that confusion, you exhale, and it does not come out nearly as strong as you think it should.
Jarl grumbles.
All right, so that I think was your attack action. You should still have a bonus action.
I don't think there's anything I can do.
Okay. Rawr, your turn.
Yes. So I feel the need for some more kobold paste. So we're going for him.
Yeah, starting a collection at this point.
24 to hit.
That'll hit. Don't even bother rolling damage.
Okay.
He's got 1 hit point. There's literally anything.
Well, nobody else is close enough for me to do my new painting practice.
Yeah, no one would have been in an angle for you to gain anything from being able to do that.
Unfortunately. I'm going there. No one.
Yeah,
I did not get out of range of anyone.
You did not. Nope, I had to check it. That's your move, and that's there. Okay, Hollow, you were up.
Oh, well, I'll just move here.
Mhm.
And with this time I am aiming to kill, so if I this is not going to be a knockout blow. If I fucking hit, okay, a 10 does not hit, I'm going to assume.
Correct. It does not. It confused me because
It's in green.
it's in green.
I think it's because I have mastery on daggers.
Yeah, but that's still odd.
So, that unfortunately is my turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, because that does not hit him. Duck, your turn.
Can I move past either one of them?
You
I want to
can
get to
move.
there.
Yes, you can move past your allies.
Okay, I'll stand there. And
Yeah, because you can basically direct your allies, on your left and kind of like duck around them, sort of thing. Because allies will move, enemies won't.
I think you could just step over Hollow.
He's not that short.
How rude! They're not that
He's only shorter than you by like a foot and a half. Jeez.
They are a size medium! just on the smaller end of a size medium.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I don't like this dude right next to me to my right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and. Yeah, sure. I'll do this. That's a 7. Chill touch.
7 to hit. Oh, for chill touch?
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I think that just chill touch. I think just hits.
Yeah, it's just create a ghostly skeleton hand in the space of a creature within range, which he's right next to me.
It does say make a ranged spell attack against the creature.
Oh,
So you do still have to make an attack. That's what the +4.
okay. Should I press the +4 then, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and click the +4 to do.
9. I miss.
That is going to miss.
It's okay.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think there's any cantrips that auto hit.
Well, I can't do anything
You
else.
can-
That's my turn.
You can
Okay.
technically say the ones that require saving throws auto hit,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
I don't have that.
yeah. I was pretty
None.
sure chill touch did not apply to that.
Oh, never mind. I had 1. Fuck.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Okay. Did you have anything to do as a bonus action?
No, I have no spell slots. That was it.
Okay, cool. There is. Okay, sorry, I had to do my edits. So it is now the kobold's turn, who now since something is in melee are going to drop their slings, and pull out daggers, and they are going to try to make an attack against you. They get advantage, but it only gets them a 14 on the attack.
Nope.
That's gonna miss. And then the kobold buddy next to him is also gonna try to hit you with a 19 for 4
Assuming that was
piercing.
19. Yes.
Yeah.
So 4. So have 2.
Yeah, because they get advantage on the
Yep.
attack since there's another
Wait,
one of them 5
Yeah, you cut out on the. I only heard
Sorry.
9. I didn't hear 19. So I just want to make sure.
Jesus, Mike is being mean today. So for 4 damage.
Yep.
Um,
So I have it.
Right. And that's them. Cultists. The cultist is going to go after the only person, Golden Dragonborn. Even with the, little amount, you're still the only one that's done any damage to him. So he's gonna try to swing at you with scimitar. Luckily, does not have advantage, so only gets a 9. So just gonna miss you.
Go.
Okay, yeah, it's only the one cultist. Like chorus, your turn.
Hmm. I guess the question is, do keep doing the same thing because it seems to work, or change it up?
That is completely up to you. Technically, all the enemies that you can see on the board have at least one.
The 2 kobolds, have they taken damage, or are they still healthy?
They have each taken 1 point of damage.
Okay, then second verse, same as the first.
Woohoo!
They need to make wisdom saves of DC 15.
Okay. They are the perfect one. That's a 13 and a 9, so they both fail.
One takes 3 necrotic, the other takes 10.
Save 1, and this one is just dead. Alrighty.
Sorry.
That
Ignore that.
they are not happy about that.
Ignore that. I was seeing what the star meant and I clicked it and that happened.
Whoops, amazing. All right. Anything else from you, Lycoris?
Nope, that's it.
Cool. Chef, you're up. Chef.
Oh, sorry again. Fall asleep.
Oh
Yes.
no. I apologize. I will try to end
Okay.
earlier because I know it's super late for you.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
yes.
soon
The
4 in
sun
the
is
morning.
already rising, so yes.
We will
it
wrap
is
it up
late.
after this encounter.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Should we
Alright.
not wrap up when we get to the castle? This will be a sick.
No,
Hmm?
I am too tired for this shit.
Fair enough.
Alright, you know what? Screw it. Let's see here. I was moved here. Yeah, I can at least make it to hand-to-hand combat. At least.
I will say you will not be able to cut through here.
No,
Fuck's
but
sake, I forgot about it. The hard terrain.
couldn't he move through me and Jarl and then end up there instead of cutting through?
No, because basically you guys are in a choke point and in between
No,
two cliff
no,
faces, so
no,
he
it's
will
fine.
not be able to get immediately
fine.
to the left or right. You'd
It's
have to
fine.
go straight through.
I'll just move here and immediately just try to hit the kobold with a longbow.
Okay.
Alright.
Make an attack.
Let us see if it's better than before.
That'll hit. Do not bother rolling damage. He's only got 1
Yes.
point.
I
How do you
fucking
kill
hate
him?
this.
Hey.
Let me do the damage first. Let's just do
No.
see the damage.
Okay. 5. Yeah, no.
Alright. Just normally just shoot an arrow in the head. That's it. Not gonna be flashy.
All good. Top of the round, Jarl. You've got 1 enemy left.
Let's see if I can take him out. The rolls have not been kind to me.
No, and he is the least injured.
Oh.
Nope, that's gonna miss.
That's
I
all I
would
got.
say throw your dice away,
Oh.
but digital.
Yeah, maybe change what scheme you have on those dice.
Maybe the mythic set doesn't love you right now.
Maybe not. I'll change it at some point.
All right, Roar. Can you take out the last cultist?
I hope so.
End the suffering.
Fuck me, 11.
Y'all really need to stop missing these guys by 1. That is going to miss. Actually, roll again. Just do it.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
up next. I can roll to kill a cold.
19.
Okay,
Finally.
that'll hit. I'm just like I need to end this.
13
Oh,
damage.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yep. Now I finally get to do my Gallagher smash of a head.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So you all take out these enemies, and as you look to the right, you see the walls of the keep, and there is at this point now lots of townsfolk that are running their way to the keep. There are guards that are holding off a couple kobolds that are there that have decided to go out to the keep that seem to be closing in. But if you do hurry, you think you can make it in time before it gets too much for you to make it to the entrance. But that, does mean you're going to have to, very quickly get the family and book for it. Or you can decide not to go for the keep, and you can just stay outside and try to survive out here.
I think going to the keep with the family is the good call. I am taking this. Someone else is going to carry the child. I need to interrogate this man.
Okay.
And I'll do that
No.
next session, because I know we're...
At this point, the mother picks up the other child, and the dad picks up the other two, one in each arm. A strong man. as they see that the battle is coming to a close, and without even waiting for you, they are just booking it towards the keep.
He goes, they are not going to want me to even come close to a child. Covered in kobold blood and bits.
You're a
And,
child,
you know,
Lacey,
6'8".
it's
Yeah, probably not. They can go to that level now. So I'm just gonna go with, is anyone not making their way to?
No, I think
They'll
we're all going to the keep.
Yeah, I think.
Correct.
Yep, we're all going to keep.
Yeah.
Yep. As at the very
Okay.
least, at the very least, I would have wanted to escorted the parent, the family to the keep.
Alright, cool. You go here for reasons. Alrighty. So you guys hurry over to the only secure building that you can see at all, with walls that are, ooh, excuse me, good lord, that are quite tall. So which is going to keep out most of the ground troops. Do you think the possibly make the way over the top? But you do not immediately see any of the winged kobolds in the area. Let's see. So as you guys dart through the keep, you see that the waves of kobolds are slowly increasing, and there is a call from the people that are in charge of the guards, and they seem to retreat. And as you and the guards that were saving off the kobolds rush your way through the gates, the portcullis slams closed behind you, cutting you off from the dangers of the outside. If you look back, you just see that none of them seem to be charging at the portcullis once it seems to go down. They just seem to be grouping, starting to, like, in numbers, group around the outside, and slowly gathering as you catch your breath after dashing into this walled area. And we will pick up there next time.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I do apologize for going a little later than I intended.
That's good.
I wanted to close at 9, but I wanted to at least get you guys to the keep. But hopefully everyone had at least a decent time and had a little bit of fun and had the chance to feel a little bit of a badass.
You, other than the bad rolls.
Other than bad rolls, but then again, you know,
Level 1.
by the fickle nature of the dice.
Also, Kier, when we do this again, if you join a little early, we're going to mess with your sound settings.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what's
Alright.
going on with Discord.
Hey.
Goodbye,
Bye,
people.
everybody.
Alrighty. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody, for joining. I'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.